I can hear the game now.
It's time for Pokémon FireRed Metronome only.
Oh boy.
The various buttons will be explained in the order of their importance.
This is the Metronome button.
Did you get that? Alright, we're not gonna, like, focus on the dialogue or anything. It's Pokémon FireRed, everyone knows this game. So, give me just a second here.
Right. Hi, Mono.
And hey, Bun Bun.
I was getting there.
It's a Machoke. Yeah,
Did you do randomizer and metronome?
No. I think in FireRed, it's just he has a Machoke.
Strange.
Alright, what is my name? My name is...
Metromax.
Metra. And his name is Gnome. Metra and Gnome. Alright, so we're probably only going to do the one session of this.
I assume so.
Yeah, we'll see if things end up...
just Twitch plays Pokemon on this.
Yeah.
So is this a Nuzlocke?
No. It's just Metronome only, and we're seeing what randomness happens.
Max, this isn't where you go.
No, trying to go for completion. I feel like eventually it's gonna be like, okay, we get it, we're using Metronome, there's only so many moves in the game, we get it. It's not funny anymore, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
I still love the way, I like in the dialogue when he's like, there are 3 Pokemon at this table! Ha-ha! Like it's a joke. Alright, since we're gonna be in Metronome mode, everything's gonna be random. Bulbasaur gets stabbed from more moves. Squirtle, this is Charmander. Squirtle, I believe, has the fewest weaknesses. And is the tankiest.
Yeah, pure water types only have 2 weaknesses.
Which I think is probably the best option. Alright.
Yeah, well, assuming the NPCs aren't in Metronome only, Erica and Surge will be issues.
They are. Everything's Metronome.
Okay.
Alright, so just as a note, I've decided what I'm doing for this is, I am...
So I'm guessing you modded it so we have Metronome from the start, because none of the starters learn Metronome.
Correct. I basically ran it through, like, the randomizer thing, and just the only setting I did was everything has Metronome, period. And then I think I also set it so, like, Pokemon names are properly lowercase. Also, what we were doing is that, for names, since Metronome is about being random, I have a random name generator that we're going to be using.
Does it actually make names, or does it just type gobbledygook you can't understand?
It's actual names, like it picks actual baby names. And this Squirtle is named Santana.
Santana. Okay. Puma. Santana. Puma.
I'm guessing you have a counter to show how many times you have to reset if we die.
It's not a Nuzlocke.
I know, but shouldn't there still be a counter to see how many times he blacks out?
Up to him.
We'll see.
I mean, whether or not we win every individual fight is pure luck, so it is interesting to see how many times you die.
Alright.
Alright. First metronome of the playthrough. Let's see what we get.
Alright, it's probably gonna be our enemy's metronome, because I think Bulbasaur's faster than Squirtle. Oh no. Here we go!
Nope, we're faster. Rock Blast. We got an attacking move.
Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle.
It interrupted us mid-attack. Ooh,
crit.
crit on the second one? Did we just one shot?
Nah.
Nah.
Explosion?
Clamp. Oh yeah, Clamp's a water move, so that did like nothing.
Yep. Alright, let's do this again.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
No,
We're
our
slower
speed!
now.
Oh no, we just can't
Wait, no.
escape.
It prevents leaving. It's
I
not...
can't. No! What am I supposed to do now? I can't swap. It's important to get to know your Pokemon thoroughly. This is a list of your Pokemon.
Come on, attacking move, attacking move. That's not
Wait!
attacking
Oh
move.
my god! Wait!
So you just made him...
Oh, we
This
just
is what
automatically
happened
win.
in fucking Alpha Rad's Metronome tournament.
We just automatically win now. Come on, Squirtle, attack.
I don't need to attack.
Oh, it can still struggle. But it'll kill itself before it kills us. Come on, Squirtle, attack.
I'm definitely gonna hit with my next move.
There it is. But it's a
Alright,
poison type,
he struggles himself, okay.
Okay, we win.
Hooray.
Correct, nerd. We had like 4 non-attacking moves in a row there. Get used to that.
I picked the wrong Pokemon, buddy. Make my Pokemon battle, toughen it up. I can't wait for it to learn more moves. Alright. I'm probably gonna be doing some speed up for some of the...
Yeah, so going forward, the only things to consider with Pokemon we catch are their typings and base stats.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna say is my goal, and we'll see if, like, it takes too long or something like that. My goal or something is gonna be beat Misty. And then I'll consider that sort of the victory, because we're not gonna go all the way to Elite Four. That's gonna lose its novelty real quick.
Oh, only the second gym? I thought we'd get further than that.
There's a lot of trainers.
Yeah, there's a lot of trainers, and also like we're only using Metronome, so we're gonna go for that because I think this is a good one stream thing. I mean, we'll just see how far we get in general. All right. Hey, there's a parcel. You have to deliver it before I sell you anything because I discriminate. Okay. Here you go. You called for me. Here's the Pokedex. This will allow you to know what moves a Pokemon has. Oh, I already know. He give me Pokeballs? I forgot if he does in FireRed. Oh wait, isn't it like you? No? Is it in one of the aids? No? Huh. Okay, never mind. I guess they don't give you Pokeballs in this gen. Hey you, map.
They always give you Pokeballs, though.
Yeah, you always get free Pokeballs.
Nope. Not in Gen 1, and I guess they replicated that for the remake. Spikes.
Sure.
Dynamic Punch, okay.
And you managed to hit it.
Unless they give you free Pokeballs at the mart.
I think that's where they do.
Nope. Oh wait, what?
So you already have 5. I
But
knew
they-
Professor Oak gave you some when you delivered your parcel. Or was it the aid? I think it was the 8 usually.
Oh, wait. Oh, there's
the
a
aid
separate
gives you some.
Pokeball. Okay, there's a separate Pokeballs bag. There's 3 pockets. I thought it was just items and key items.
You have one for items, one for keys, and one for key items.
Alright, Alright, I'm gonna catch one Pokemon from Route 1. We'll see what we get. That works. And he chose not, or she chose not to be a problem. Alright, random name for you. Everything alright over there?
Why do they keep going?
No, he keeps going.
Ooh. Serafina!
Guys, look out, a Serafin.
Alright. I'm gonna be using the speed up pretty liberally during this. Alright, let's go, onward. Gave me a TV, thanks. Alright. I'm probably gonna need to do some, battling for,
Well, this happened faster than I thought. Alfred's chat just beat the champion, so Mario Mon's gonna be released today.
Oh wow, I thought that was gonna take longer.
Yeah, me too. He only released the video 2 days ago, and he hasn't even released part 2 yet.
Yeah, last night when I was watching, they were 5 stars in, and I just tuned in, and they just beat the champion.
The game looks fun.
The sprite work is very well done, and I'm curious. They said they made 151 unique sprites, so
They
just
did,
as much
yeah.
as Gen 1.
He showed off a lot of them.
It's amazing. It's amazing that they did this after like one of the most memorable dreams, like actual dreams while sleeping, that I had as a kid was a Pokemon game where Yoshi evolved into Birdo.
There is Yoshi. I don't think he evolves into Birdo, though. He does have 4 evolutions, though.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I did see that Alfred's chat had 2 Paratroopas and 2 blue flying Yoshis on the same team.
Do they still have? Is it still the Pokemon types or?
Yeah, they're
I'm
still
not-
Pokemon types.
Yeah, they're still the Pokemon types.
All right.
And it was funny because they were going through the balance. They were like, we wanted to make Bowser Fire Dragon, but that meant 2 of the starters were useless against him, so we decided to just make him Dragon.
They also wanted to make Route 1 1-1 for Mario, and they decided that's way too long for a starting route.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, say hello to Clancy.
This is my son, Clancy. Or my son, Clancy.
This is my son Clancy. He's a worm. Get that. I got teleport from Metronome. Alright, first trainer battle besides our rival. It's Rick! And his Weedle! Serafina.
Who is level 6? Oh boy. Doesn't work.
Alright, good
Didn't work.
start.
Can you defeat this worm?
Oh no. Well, we're screwed. Bye, Pidgey.
Can you defeat this worm?
I have faith!
Attacking move, please. Oh, damn it.
Can you defeat this worm?
I have faith!
Oh,
Can
come
you
on.
defeat this worm?
When do we get an attacking move?
Yeah.
Oh, we're dead. That's a guaranteed one-shot on anything at this level.
Well, that's Dragon Breath, not
That's
Dragon
yeah.
Rage.
Yeah.
Oh.
For-
Well, still,
Go,
we were at 5.
Tomsky.
We were at 5 HP. There was no way.
Ah! Worms are tickling each other!
Oh, our attack fell. This is gonna be great.
Tee-hee. Tee-hee.
It was
Okay.
it was some damage at least.
Like 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a flying move. We're dead.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna lose.
Not to
Not
worry,
quite.
we have Santana.
Go Santana!
Can we get one
Destroy!
attacking move? Okay. Oh, that's bad. Why does he just keep getting super effective moves?
It's fine, we're tanky.
It's fine. It's a Weedle.
Roll flip.
What does that do?
I take his ability.
He puts on this mask. He gives you a safe word.
I couldn't attract. Oh shit, he's angry! Angry worm!
Rage!
Hey, I got drill pack.
Wow, what are the odds of that?
1 in however many moves there are.
Okay, well. I feel like Squirtle is going to be the only useful Pokemon.
And now Caterpie.
Oh, we got another super effective move. What is
I
happening?
painted X on him!
A lot of super effective moves in this battle. Oh. He's going to crit us.
Not if I lower the power of electricity! And before he actually gets an electric move.
Uh-oh.
It's a water move, we're fine.
Okay. Go on, one attacking move.
Angie!
That'll do it. Oh, nope. Did like 1 damage. There it is.
Hooray!
Got there eventually.
We managed to beat a trainer.
Yay!
The other guys are basically never gonna level up.
So when do we go and fight our optional rival battle?
After we get... After we fight all...
Do it!
Fine.
I know he's gonna outlevel us, but do it.
I was about to say, aren't we under leveled?
Oh yeah.
But do levels
Pokemon
really
are, like-
matter in this sort of thing? Let's at least catch one. Let's at least catch a Pokemon here first.
A little bit.
Nidoran?
Mankey,
The other one, Mankey.
Monkey.
which is also only level 3.
I'm level 3! Whoa! I mean Mankey.
He had cut. He has Leaf Blade.
Leaf Blade.
I think he just has a sword.
He has Icicle Spear. Jeez. Get 3 attacking moves in a row.
He got a bunch of attacking moves.
Here we go.
There it is.
All right.
Now we have to go back to the center because he killed our bird.
Say hello to Granville. So we have Santana, Serafina, Clancy, and Granville. Alright. Isn't there a hidden item up here or something? No? Huh. Alright. Ah, he also... Jesus Christ! Don't worry, guys, we got this.
Severely underleveled. Are we dead? Yes. Because he got a stab move immediately.
Don't worry, guys, we got this.
Present.
Are we dead again?
Not quite.
Thank you. Are you
He's stunned.
He can't attack next turn, I guess.
Don't worry, guys, we got this. Oh, bounce.
Oh, we'll dodge an attack.
And
We missed. I knew it. I knew it because that move sucks.
doesn't bounce have like 95 accuracy?
Please,
It's
kick. Are you
it's
fucking serious?
It's lower than that.
85
Actually,
accuracy? 85 accuracy? Come on.
I was gonna say 85. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's just 5.
You got Fury Attack twice.
Hyper voice! Rah!
Ah!
Mind Reader, great.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking,
I'm a
I'm a bird!
Hyper Voice again?
Yeah, but
Well, that was them this time, not us.
I know, but still. Okay, you're dead. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's no way we win.
But we're so buff.
Oh, he healed.
All we have to do is get a one-hit KO move.
It won't work though. We're a lower level.
All we have to do is get Hyper Beam.
You hit Mega Kick?
He just got all the good attacking moves. We got nothing. We couldn't even kill one of his Pokemon.
Alright, well, we'll try getting some levels in the forest, and then we'll, try that again. This
He
is
hit
hard.
Thunder. It actually hit Thunder.
You know what? Get over here. You are... You are Donnie! Starting to wonder if maybe I should have, packed in some rare candies or something.
I mean,
It's not too late. Hang on. I can, let's see.
it don't take long to do.
Yeah, let's see. Alright, where's the cheats menu? Cheats. Alright, Pokemon. Alright, let's see. Alright, and how do I, like, use it? And how do I activate it? I don't know how to activate it.
You know what?
I don't know how to do cheats on this. I don't know how to activate the cheat.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna go into PK Hex.
Oh, you know what? That's easier.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were gonna do. I was like, it'll take like 2 minutes.
Alright, hang on. Alright, let me... 53 minutes in because of fast forward. Alright, there's... I can't find the option to export the save. Oh, wait, no.
Can't find it.
I'm just being stupid because I haven't done this in forever.
Okay. You figuring it out, though?
Yeah, hang on. Okay. So... yeah, okay. Copy. There. PK Hex. It's gonna make a noise. Yep, ignore that noise. Open. Open that. And items. Rare candy. 999 of them. And then export the save there. And then put the save back where I got it. And then reset. Hang on. Oops. There we go. And now we should be good.
Don't forget to restart stream.
Yep, I know. All right. There it is. All right. Let's see. Everything was level 9, or his Pidgey was level 9, so I'm just gonna get everything over here to level 9. Kakuna! Whoops. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Let's go again!
Rah.
I'm ready for you now! Pathetic. Oh, hell yeah! You got
Nice.
fucked up! And here's Bulbasaur. You have like 1,000 weaknesses, so that's not one of them.
It's
You
damage.
did all right.
Oh, well, we lose.
We could just swap out.
Go Kakuna!
Okay.
He's smoking. Lancy has what?
How are you out of PP?
Wait, does imprison apply to everyone?
It shouldn't.
Hang on.
Oh god, do we just have to struggle
it?
to death?
I mean, we got a lot of Pokemon to go through to do it.
Does Imprison just work on the move and not the Pokemon?
I don't know. It's never come up.
It is just the move.
Okay, we won.
If
You just lucked out? Yes, I did.
If Imprison happens, we just lose.
But we won, Tim.
Because we had more Pokemon than him.
Which to me says we can win. Fuck off, Weedle.
That must be like the only move in the game that can affect an entire team at once.
Rock
A
tomb.
lot of rock moves keep
Okay,
popping
bye.
up.
Oh, really?
And just killed yourself. And he got a flying move.
I got Tail Glow.
We're dead. They keep hitting thunders and fire blasts. And we get recover when we're full HP.
There we go, he's dead. Brother!
Stop buffing yourselves.
Alright, I killed myself.
Keep getting the self-kill moves.
Money! Go to sleep.
Oh, to sleep.
It,
And
it,
then
had
woke
shed,
up.
it had shed skin.
Oh my god.
Oh, can't use Metronome because of taunt!
There's an alternative, I guess.
I guess those, as well as Disable and Torment.
Torment.
Okay, there we go. Eventually got lucky enough at the end to finish it.
Honestly, Static could be a good, real clincher in this.
Yeah? Get into the Pokemon Center, please. I should probably buy more Pokeballs, since I've spent like 50 of them on Mankey. I can only afford one. Never mind. Alright. Trainer tip, shut up! Real quick, let me just see. Are there any options I should adjust? Fast. Okay, I think we're good. Icy Wind. Vine Whip! And once I got Memento again! I'm you! Brother! Oh! Transform lowers the PP of your moves to 5!
Oh.
I transformed again!
Hey, it raised your PP back up to 5.
I'm dead. Turtle! Nothing went right. Yeah, I know the feeling. Fight me! Did you know Pokemon evolve? Revenge! Oh, Magnitude 9! If only he wasn't a bug type. Ah, damn it. Sorry. He got Splash. And he's dead. Alright.
Alright, honestly, we're making pretty good time.
Yeah. Potion. Good old Potian.
We have to put the gold surge or something.
I mean, we're also speeding through a lot of this. Beedrill! Which I think unironically makes it the strongest member of my party currently. Don't you give me something? No, you give me advice. I want you. I thought one of you gave me something. You're useless.
Yeah, I thought they gave you, like, sweet scent or something.
Might be Gen 2. Pidgey. Nah. I don't think it's... Nah, there's not gonna be anything else here. Alright. Alright. No more speeding up for this segment. I know there's an item here somewhere. Pokemon, okay. Alright. Fight me! I think in Pokemon Yellow, this guy had a Diglett.
I just remember Sandshrew.
He has Sandshrew in the original Red and Blue, I believe. Didn't even get the Omni Boost.
He's big tall.
Aha!
This means we win.
Not quite.
Tim's phrase there is cursed.
My what?
Phrase. I said this means we win, and of course we didn't.
Aren't Omniboosts a 1% chance? No way is it that low.
I believe it's 10%.
Yeah, I don't think anything in the game is a 1% chance.
Yeah, Ancient Power is a 10% chance of the Omniboost.
Yeah.
Whereas in the D&D game, where it's automatic because you only get to use it once.
I keep getting fucking Memento!
Remember me.
This Pidgey doesn't want to live.
So Rhino, what are your thoughts on Duskblood's not being a true Souls game and being a PvPvE game?
I don't know what that means.
Apparently it's games like Sea of Thieves or Ark where you're in a big open world and you can mess with other players. I thought it was basically I thought it was going to be license-free Bloodborne 2 and it's not.
I mean...
I already hate that Dark Souls allows you to go into other people's worlds and there's literally nothing they can do to stop it. So...
Other than playing offline. So if you want to play with a friend, you have to risk being invaded, which happened to Rhino and I a lot on Dark Souls 3 because it's still a very active community.
It's happened to us in our Dark Souls playthrough as well, and just, man, I feel like they specifically made every part of Dark Souls to be annoying, even the parts that should just be standard video game fare, like multiplayer. You need a specific item and in these specific areas in order to have multiplayer, and while you're at it, people will come in and fuck you up the butt.
Some of the time was fun, but some people made us have to stay in one place for 15 minutes to kill them.
Let's see, was it you or Caleb where we ended up getting ambushed in the library by someone who was streaming that they actually watched?
We never got invaded in the last third of the game, I remember that.
It must have been me and Caleb then.
Yeah, we never got invaded in the DLC areas, or...
Hey, Rhino, same true.
Nice.
Really, the latest into the game I remember us getting invaded was the Skeleton Zone.
I'll be honest, I think it faded. You're gonna have to remind me. Did we do okay during invasions?
We won some, we lost some.
That's fair enough. As long as you don't run into hackers.
We did at the very beginning of the game, just after we defeated Vort, we came across that one area where that one guy gave himself a bunch of endgame weapons to cheese us.
Oh, right.
He had like the Dragon Slayer Great Axe on him, and also a multi-shot crossbow.
Yeah.
In a zone built for like a level 20 character.
Sylvia
That
Jet.
was annoying.
Sylvia Jet, Dark Souls specifically annoying? Nah, they wouldn't.
I'm still curious about Night Rain at the end of next month, even though it's a roguelike.
I'm on it. Roguelikes kind of don't give me that same satisfaction.
I'm not really big on roguelikes either. I don't like...
It's like you won because you got lucky, or things just happen to work out.
Like, you forced yourself to, like, redo this thing over and over and over and over and over until you saw the end. Alright, what's the end? Play again.
Well, they do have infinite replay in that regard, because it's always a little different.
Yeah, but, like... It just becomes...
I do like...
It just becomes, like, doing essentially the same thing over and over again, and...
I do like roguelikes. I've played Binding of Isaac, Loop Hero, both Risk of Rains, Hades.
I feel like there's certain types of roguelikes that are okay with me, but it just depends, I guess.
I think like Night Rain is going to have pretty overall fast game cycles, faster than I expected for a Souls-like. I did
notice they are constantly sprinting or jumping or just moving.
Like, I think a full run of a 3-day cycle is like an hour, maybe a little more than that.
Yeah. I feel like speedrunners are going to be into it.
Well, considering the game is on a cycle where you have to just wait it out until stuff happens, you can't really speedrun it. It's just about...
like they were rushing, but...
Well, you can run around because you want to get stuff before the cycles end and you're forced to fight the bosses. Another roguelikes is your pretty typical level structure of get through level, fight boss, but here it's survive long enough to fight boss and hope you got enough weapons to survive. Weapons and skill, because they both reused old bosses, like we've seen Centipede Demon and Nameless King, but also some new bosses.
It was a fucking blast from the past to see those two come in. Centipede Demon especially.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. There's a lot of other games coming out this year that I'm more interested in. Although nothing on the Switch 2 because I can't afford a $450 console.
I feel like I only just got the Switch 1. Then again, I did wait fairly late into the life cycle.
You did wait very late. Although this happened to be the longest console cycle since the NES.
I'm gonna be doing everything I can to make sure I have I can have enough money to get the Switch 2, because man, there's a lot of stuff there I want.
Hey, Mario. Yeah, if you buy the deluxe version that comes with Mario Kart 2, you're saving $30.
Yeah.
Or Mario Kart World. There's gonna be Mario Kart World looks cool. DK Bonanza looks cool. Kirby Air Riders was a surprise. I thought that series was dead.
Kirby Air
I wasn't
Riders.
going to bother with the Switch 2 for a while until something came out online I was interested in.
Kirby Air Riders, Legend ZA. I want to get the Switch 2 like upgraded versions of some of the games, assuming that getting the upgrade packs or whatever they're called is cheaper than just rebuying the game.
Oh yeah, there's also Age of Imprisonment. I didn't expect Hyrule Warriors 3.
Yeah, I am super excited for that because honestly, I enjoyed Age of Calamity more than I enjoyed Breath of the Wild.
I never did do the post-game stuff for that. Like, I never unlocked the playable robot and Ganon characters. So you can still get Legend ZA on Switch. It'll probably just run badly.
Yeah.
I was surprised to learn last night that the new Tomodachi Life is actually not going to be out until next year.
Silksong being a 3-second tease was hilarious, man. I'm convinced it's not actually coming out this year. They're just trying to drip feed as much as they can.
Remember back in 2022 when Xbox said everything they showed would be out by mid-2023, and then that didn't happen? There's other Metroidvanias I've been looking forward to that are finally coming out this year, but if Silksong comes out, that's cool too.
Imagine we get Silksong before GTA 6.
I mean, other indie game franchises have already had 2 games while we've been waiting for Silksong.
Okay, when was Silksong announced? Like, what year?
Yes.
February 2019.
Oof.
In the time between Silksong being announced and it coming out, whenever that is, all 3 live-action Sonic movies have come out.
But also keep in mind that Hollow Knight's Kickstarter, which I think was in 2015, hit their goal for second playable character, which turned from DLC about Hornet into Silksong. So people who paid for that tier and have been waiting for it have been waiting for 10 years.
And then they have to pay for a new game in order to get it.
I'm sure it'll be fairly priced. Hollow Knight's been $15 since it released and goes on sale frequently.
Yeah, but still, imagine backing for something and paying the money for it, and then they're like, "All right, cool. Give us more money in order to get it first."
I'm sure Silksong is going to be massive too. Hollow Knight on its own was like, not even counting 100%ing it, if you wanted to just get everything you could in a single run and not go for a platinum trophy, that's probably about a 30-hour playthrough.
Wow.
I still need to play it. It's in my game library. I just haven't done it yet.
30 hours. Wow, that's 3 times as long as Spider-Man Miles Morales 100%.
That was a very short game, and it was only $10 cheaper than the other Spider-Man when it launched.
I've reached a point where now, whenever I look at how long a game is, I think to myself, alright, how long is this compared to Miles Morales?
And the only reason I haven't platinum Miles Morales is because it forces you to play the game twice.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I did everything else that was that was 100%, but I didn't replay it.
I did everything else except beating the game in New Game Plus because I just beat it. I didn't want to again. I don't like games where they force you to play a minimum of twice to get the platinum. Although, I say that, but I did play through all of Elden Ring twice, and then I used cloud save so I could get all the endings.
Through the Spider-Verse is coming 2027. Yep.
Yep.
Is that its subtitle, Through the Spider-Verse?
I thought it was Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, what was the second one? Because it was Into the Spider-Verse, and then...
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across, okay. So yeah, it is Beyond. Alright.
It is, which was promised to come out last year, didn't come out, and is now coming out in 2 years.
Then there'll be the fourth one, Back to the Spider-Verse.
I mean, I still like how the MCU Spider-Man movies were like, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home, Far From Home, and then Spider-Man No Way Home, and then everybody was like, Spider-Man 4, Homeless.
Oh yeah, that one just got its new title. That's called Brand New Day.
Ugh.
Brand New Home?
Ugh.
They got rid of the home thing because...
He's homeless.
Although
yeah.
that does scare me a bit because it's very similar to One More Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Although Spider-Man's already had his existence erased, so it's not like he can lose his wife.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have too much to lose at this point.
Oh, trust me, they'll find a way. The writers love torturing Peter.
Don't worry, Peter. We'll give you everything you want, and then take it away.
There's been this new comic line that people have been memeing on because a new symbiote showed up, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's got to be Paul, right? Paul became a symbiote," and it's like, nope, it's actually MJ. MJ's the symbiote.
Hey guys, I got a new TM.
Amazing. Yeah, everyone was expecting the new symbiote that showed up to be Paul, MJ's, well, briefly husband, the guy that everybody hates because MJ went for him instead of Peter. But it turned out the new symbiote was MJ the whole time, and so people have been memeing on it.
I really hope they stop just abusing Spider-Man, because it's not funny anymore.
Remember, I did tell you about that comic series where he is actually having a decent damn life, is married to MJ, has 2 kids, and then becomes Spider-Man.
I remember at the time when I first started, like, somewhat paying attention to the comics, at least from hearing about them online, the major threat at the time was Doc Ock is in Peter's body.
That's Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or he punches Scorpion's jaw off.
And I know right now the current cartoon that just released is not that popular with people.
What adjective Spider-Man is it?
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, that's a classic.
I still love how in the Spider-Man PS4 game, they made the difficulty levels based on that. There's friendly, amazing, and spectacular are the difficulty levels, and then they added in friendly neighborhood as an extra easy mode.
Did they not add ultimate as like the hardest mode?
I don't remember. I think they just did those ones because those are like the adjectives that are always given to Spider-Man regardless of his like incarnation.
I haven't played it because I don't have a PS5, but I know people also memed on Spider-Man 2 because of a scene where Peter gets trapped under a fridge.
I don't even remember that.
Spider-Man, who can lift up an entire building, gets trapped under a fridge.
I actually don't remember that, and I played Spider-Man 2. I don't remember that moment.
I know there was another moment people memed on where the symbiote is coming towards Peter, and MJ, who is a normal person, decides to get in front of him to block it.
I do remember that.
Look, people do stupid things.
I remember seeing this one, like, Superman comic panel where I think Lois Lane jumped to take a bullet for Superman.
Superman or Clark?
I'm pretty sure it was either Superman or... You know what? Hang on. Let me
What color were his underwear?
I mean, hasn't Lois known that Clark and Superman are the same person for several decades? Was it one of the comics lines where they were married already, or did she just not know?
Hang on, let me find it. Lois takes bullet for super. Huh. Was it, maybe it was someone other than Lois, because nothing's coming up. Person takes bullet for Superman. No? I definitely saw this. I'm not gaslighting myself. I definitely saw this. Yeah, no, I can't find it. Huh. I definitely remember seeing it, though.
Google's AI is telling me there was an episode of Smallville where Lois jumps in front of a bullet for Clark.
Oh.
What I saw was specifically a comic panel, so...
See, in Smallville I'd believe it, because I'm pretty sure in Smallville she doesn't know. Well, in less than an hour and a half, we're already getting pretty close to Cerulean, mostly because of speed up, but you know.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, yeah, this will be a one-session thing. This will lose its charm. It's kind of just a podcast, and then occasionally I'm like, I used Memento again!
I mean, I guess that's speeding it up part. There's no tension. You're just kind of going through and seeing the health bars go down.
I mean, I'm not speeding up when we have important fights. It's just for these randoms.
There is no strategy. There's nothing we can do.
And y'all seen the newest death battle? It was really good, and I don't even know the characters that well.
It was so good.
I didn't watch it because I wasn't really interested.
Very good.
It was so good. It was so good. I'm considering getting into JJK.
It was.
It's one of those. It was one of those episodes that's so good it makes you start a new franchise.
Yeah, it was. It was very good. It was definitely a case of like I don't even know I don't know the characters very much at all. But it was like a top tier episode. It helps that it was animated by the same person who did Bowser vs. Eggman.
Yeah, I mean we all were into MHA in the past, but those were in the seasons where Shigaraki didn't do anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen past season 2, and I think the only thing he's done there is like de-introduce and threaten Deku, and that's it.
Yeah, it takes a while for Shigaraki to be actually important, and like everything they used for his battle stats were from the last 2 seasons.
It also helps that they got Sean Chiplock to voice Mahito. Same guy who did Homelander versus Omni-Man. Was that the same animator?
No, Morrow did not do that episode.
I thought Bowser vs. Eggman was Morrow's first episode.
No, he's done stuff before. He did all the hand-drawn shots in Gojo versus Makima.
Oh, that one's a pretty good one. That's also one where it's like this. I really liked that one, even though I didn't know the characters.
Let me see who. I know. I was gonna say that Tom Shulk, Shigaraki's voice actor, he does a lot of death battle work. He's done Kool-Aid Man, Dio, Megatron, SpongeBob, and Omni-Man.
I will never get over the fact that the guy who voiced Omni-Man also voiced SpongeBob in Death Battle.
And he's not really recognizable in any of the characters he plays. That's impressive. Let's see, Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Alright, that's an interesting name. Alright. Say hello to Sinjin the Nidoran.
Sinjin? Alright. I forget what, that's what I'm remembering it from. Fallout 4.
I'm just using a...
He was the villain of the Silver Shroud questline.
Yeah, I'm just using the random name generator and seeing what comes up. So, all right, Mount Moon.
You are Craven, Sinjin.
Hey guys, I found the TM for Metronome.
Damn, that's rare. Just like this Weedle.
I'm not dealing with it. Well, it's just Metronome, whatever. I should probably get some repels. We used Feather Dance on each other. And then I Dragon Raged, and Brick broke. And you're dead. Alright, let's switch. Getting over leveled. Actually, yeah, let's do some rare candies real quick. Let's see. Missy, what's your,
Sylvia, the thought is generally he doesn't have a chance. Just because the lore of Doom is nuts.
Yeah, Doomslayer wins.
Yeah, in the Doom reboots, they effectively made the Doomslayer like an angel who can just spend an infinite amount of time in hell slaying the demons to hold them back.
And as much as I like Master Chief, as far as I know, I'm not caught up on the games because I choose not to play them, he's still just a dude. An enhanced dude, but just a dude.
I mean,
I don't quite know what the librarian did to him at the end of Halo 4.
His armor is mostly what gives him his capabilities.
That's incorrect.
Not abilities, sorry, but like, what his armor is basically what makes him more than Captain America.
Okay.
I'm not sure how factual the statement is, but I read this week that apparently the Doomslayer's armor, while already incredibly powerful, he mostly just wears it because his skin is actually more powerful than his armor.
Sometimes you just want to wear pants.
I don't think so.
When wading through lava.
I'm sure they can make the animation cool, but it's one of those death battles you go into knowing who's gonna win.
It made sense back then, and as it says, now we're putting a 40-year-old man against the guy who killed biblical God. Like, I still say that a better Master Chief matchup would be Master Chief versus Samus. I still think Master Chief would lose, but I think it'd be a lot more fair and it would fit the theme a lot better.
This would probably be a stomp in Master Chief's favor, but I've also seen Master Chief versus the Mandalorian get pitched. But I feel like Mandalorian is a bit too new and doesn't have the feats to stand up to Chief. Boba Fett versus Master Chief would probably be more fair, but he'd probably still lose.
Sonny with 100 bits. If a woolly farm animal decided to become a chiropractor, would that be a back sheep?
I guess so.
Tim's like, yeah, sure. I tagged him in this thing I found on Twitter that was like, scientists have determined that there is no correlation between making puns and sadism. And I'm like, see? We're fine.
I saw Rhino react to my D&D pun from last night, but you didn't.
Which D&D pun?
What do you call it when you avoid a land shark? Dodging a boulette.
I didn't see that.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I did too. I just didn't see you say that. Guys, I'm halfway through my metronomes. Put something else out in front. Sinjin. Right, they had not yet gotten to the point of, do you want to automatically use another repel? For some reason, old Maxes haunt me. Like, 11 years ago, Max's videos keep appearing in my feed for some reason over the last 2 days. Don't watch them!
That bad, huh?
Secretly, Max is holding one final lab for us to do in the Pokemon game. The Cutie Mark lab.
Shut up. I'm taking away your auto-crit. Tim, it was literally those videos.
They were his most popular by a country mile.
Yeah, and I hated it.
You did eat horse cupcakes.
It was chicken, and beef, and bacon.
Right, you couldn't get horse meat. And you weren't gonna get it just for that. But the question is Rainbow Dash autistic?
I mean, there's a spectrum for that.
A light spectrum? Haha! It all comes full circle. Wait, do I want to go here? Oh yeah, 'cause this is just, this is just the thing, okay. I can hear Max's soul dying. It's been dead for a while.
I also remember that one time when you calced defeat for Josh Scorcher, but I imagine he did not approach you to help research Starfire versus Blaze.
No, I mean, that was a long time ago, so...
I also helped with that.
Yeah. I ran my findings past Rhino and E. Like, does this make sense? Also, hey guys, what do you think of my TM collection?
I don't know, that last one doesn't end in a 9.
Seems a little one note.
I don't even know if this was an intended pun, but I loved it. Wait, what's down here?
More cave. Damn, I thought we were gonna go 3 for 3 there.
Ah, he used Memento!
Wow, we actually won that on 1 HP.
Fuck off, Paris!
I thought you just used Endeavor and then got lucky.
So did anyone watch Jaden's final game show on Wildcard?
No.
What's
It was a
Wildcard?
Pokemon one. So it was funny because fun fact, they also did Pokemon Jeopardy. Ours is better.
Thank you.
But then they did Pokemon Defense Attorney.
All right, link this to me. I need to see this.
She's done like 3 or 4 of these.
I feel bad whoever got to handle Typhlosion's case.
No, that one was brought up. It was literally like, this Pokemon did this crime. Defend them. And Paris came up, and one of them was like, he is literally a walking corpse. It is not his fault.
It's true.
And when it was like, Crocodile did this. He is being typecast. This is discrimination. Just because he has Crook in his name, it is a dark type, it has sunglasses.
Drifloon has been carrying away kids. Drifloon is way too small and light to do that. Have you seen how fat kids are these days? I'm probably not going to do Jeopardy anymore, but I definitely want to do more, like, Pokemon quiz stuff. Maybe stuff where it's no longer, like, first to buzz in. Maybe it's just stuff where you all get to answer.
That does make sense, Sonny.
Seeing IRL Max again was like a shotgun blast to the face. Now you know what it's like every time I look in the mirror. Aha! I got Spore! And then a Roar, a beam, and then Water Pulse, which doesn't rhyme at all. Your mirror has a shotgun?
Looks in the mirror, holds up a shotgun, go to bed.
No, you can't tell me what to do, you're me! And only I can tell me what to do, but I'm you! No, you're me. Wait.
I actually just yesterday watched a Pokemon ROM hack video that was about running a restaurant that also had time travel in it. Oh, Max, this channel also has them doing a Pokemon D&D session. I haven't watched that one yet.
I think I'm gonna sue.
Funnily enough, Max, I looked at those Donkey Kong pictures you sent me. I don't mind the overall design too much. It's like he's just a little cartoonier. The pants do bother me.
Yeah. Alright, I took the Helix Fossil. When the chips are down, Metronome is the ultimate attack! Yeah, it's set so that, like, everyone can, like, move tutors and TMs are always Metronome, and it's hilarious. Hey guys, I found a TM for Metronome. Alright, what Pokemon are in this area again? You suck. You suck. You still suck. Still suck. Okay, fuck off. I already have poison. Alright, Cerulean. Let's see. Let's put Clancy out in front. It's been a while. Alright. Alright. What stuff is there to do in Cerulean?
Are we ready for the next half hour of Nugget Bridge?
Well, first we have to fight our rival. But first, we have to get a rare candy! We don't have enough of those.
When I was little, one of my first Pokemon roadblocks was understanding the squirt bottle thing in Gen 2, because I was super young when Gen 2 first came out, and I was like, I don't understand.
They literally tell you to use it on the tree!
Look, I was young and having fun with Pokemon battling action figures against each other. I didn't pay attention to the plot too much. I was like, where is my next battle?
I will always remember that...
Which is why I ended up beating Gen 1 at one point with a Blastoise that knew both Mega Punch and Mega Kick.
I will always remember that Almanite was like my favorite Pokemon as a kid back when it was only Gen 1, so I liked Lord Helix before it was cool.
I remember Fat Pikachu and Fat Blastoise and Weird Golbat. All the weird Gen 1 sprites.
I remember
I don't think I even understood the type chart stuff in Gen 1. I just kind of bashed my head against the wall because it was fun.
I remember being here and struggling trying to get back to Pewter City and not realizing I had to keep going to get Fly. I was like, but I want to go back now!
I remember I was at a friend's house and he was like, hey, can I play your game for a bit? And I was like, okay, but don't save. That way it won't mess up my thing. Him gets jackpot at casino. Me, save.
Yeah, I never understood why the Pokemon games only ever allowed one save file.
Hang on, Cat wants out of my room.
Like, I know these cartridges can hold more. There's no reason for you to only save once. Especially from Gen 4 and beyond. That also meant if you were ever renting it from a video store, you were playing on someone else's file.
Yep, but that was pretty common at renting from video stores of the day.
But yeah,
Only for cartridge games, because discs obviously don't hold save files.
Yeah, so like Nintendo 64 games.
What are you talking about?
How if you rented a game from a video store, a cartridge-based game, you would be playing on someone else's file, or at least have access to it. Happen frequently with the Pokemon games because they only have one save file.
Which
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the reason, like, they did it back then because, like...
Technical limitations.
Yeah, I think, but now I think they continued doing it over time just because it was like, I mean, it's been like that the whole time. We'll just stick with it or something.
It doesn't make sense for a game on the Switch to only have one save file.
I mean, at least on the Switch, you could just make more profiles.
Meanwhile, Dragon's Dogma 2 came out and people were like, one save file! Flips table.
Meanwhile, Baldur's Gate 3 can save entire campaigns of hundreds of save files if you want to use up all that space.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's on PC, so that's different.
So was Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, okay. Is that not, like, on consoles as well?
It probably was.
Yeah, but it's like a modern day game should have multiple save files.
I do remember the funny story that, like, the Japanese version of Majora's Mask had 3 save files, but when they were, like, porting it for Americans, they were like, this is a bit too hard, so they added in the, because, like, the only way to save was by going back in time. So they added in the owl statues for quick saving, but that took too much space, so they had to get rid of one of the save files. And that's why Majora's Mask has 2 save files.
I remember Metroid on NES in Japan had proper save files, but they were like, this game might not do so well in America. Let's just let them use passwords.
Which, that takes more work to change it to that, so...
Yeah, but if you have the save files, you have to create all the battery backups for the consoles, or for the cartridges. So it was more money to produce a game that had actual saving on it. And a lot of games with save files at the time, mainly turn-based RPGs like all the Dragon Quest games, didn't do well.
I remember playing Dragon Quest Monsters 2 Cody's Adventure. That's still like one of my top 10 favorite what's the genre called? I think it's called Creature Tame. Hold on, let me see. There's a channel I specifically watch for this, and he has a good time for it.
I'm not sure if there was one before this, but I think to my knowledge, the first ever mystery dungeon type game that Pokemon was inspired by was
Monster Tamer games, yeah, that was it. But
was
yeah,
from
I
Dragon
love
Quest.
this. Yeah, I love the system in Dragon Quest Monsters for just combining your stuff. It's like, if you can theoretically put as much time into you want it and create monsters. And sometimes you need to because you're just cruising through the story and they're like, here's the next boss, wipes your team.
Now I just wish we would actually get footage of Dragon Quest 12. It's been like 4 years since they announced it.
I think I just got light screen and then reflect one right after the other.
Why is War Turtle purple?
I don't know. Also, I got through the entirety of Nugget Bridge, including the Team Rocket guy at the end, without going back to the Pokemon Center.
All right,
Nice.
now for the half a dozen trainers at the other side.
Yeah, but first,
And this guy.
Wow.
Shout out to when I played Pokemon Yellow, and I was like, cool, a Pikachu that I can interact with. You cannot evolve it. Useless! Makes Butterfree my starter.
I remember playing Pokemon Yellow, and I swear on my life that I distinctly remember this happening, even though it absolutely should not have. In that area, like right after Viridian Forest, before Pewter City, like that little patch of grass there, swear to God, I ran into a wild Bulbasaur.
I mean, that physically can't happen, though.
I know, but I swear it did!
I think you can get the starters in Yellow. I forget how, though. It's like event stuff.
Yeah, but you can't get them there. But
Yeah, none of the games will you find any of the starters in the wild.
But I promise you, it happened. I didn't catch it because I killed it accidentally, I think. Here we go.
I mean, considering how horribly buggy Gen 1 is, I wouldn't doubt it.
Max accidentally doing speedrun strats to code his game to make a Bulbasaur spawn.
If you're doing speedrun strats and you decide to make a Bulbasaur, you're doing it wrong. All right.
I'm not sure what starter they choose in speedruns of Gen 1.
Well, most of the early gen speedruns, they do it by like hacking themselves at the very end with whatever they need, so.
Apparently this is a... You'll remember this name.
Bonnie Face!
Alright.
Yay!
Gotta go get that. Because...
You are in charge of snacks.
Alright, let's see. Who do I want to swap out for this?
Well, we're never going to be able to fully evolve this thing, although not that that matters.
We're also never going to be able to fully evolve Nidorino, so...
Why not?
Oh, wait, no, that's Moonstone, not Trade.
Yeah, that's Moonstone.
I can PK Hex Kadabra if we ever get to that point, but... Pikachu, I
Considering
think.
this is a one-off, I don't really think you need to.
Actually,
Yeah.
Maybe Beedrill, because Bug and Poison are... eh.
Clancy!
And we're getting a lot out of, Static. So... Wait, what ability do you have? Poison. Okay, yeah, you're staying. Inner Focus. Born, Static. Yeah, okay. You have Vital Spirit, right? Yeah. Alright. Oh, I should use these for canisters. Kadabra! What would the rest of the party be if they were Pokemon? Besides, Bonnie. Isabeau would be like... Throw. Wait, is there a rock fighting type? Hang on.
There's not.
Rock type.
There is not one. Surprisingly, you'd think that'd be easy. Oh yeah, Terrakion, that's it.
But yeah, that's it. So,
I could also see him being Gallade.
I swear the dev said that Seaford's favorite Pokemon is an Abra. It
Why?
does sleep a lot. Seaford would be a Celebi.
That's true. That's true.
You know what?
Mirabelle would probably be a Blissey.
Not really tanky enough. More of a Comfey, I think.
Yeah, probably some sort of fairy type.
Alright, hang on. We'll back with that in a moment. Let's see. Odile is very versatile. What's a good like a squishy Pokemon that could use like a variety of different types?
There's a lot of special attackers that are good for that.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind for me is Drampa, but it's not especially squishy. It is old though, so
I was gonna say, like, I could kind of see her as a Gengar. Gengar gets a lot of different moves.
Rotom?
she doesn't really change form. She just has different attacks. Hang on, I'm just gonna.
Partner Eevee.
Oh, Partner Eevee does get access to every special move that correlates to an Eevee type.
Gardevoir's fair.
Save, boop, done. Alright, back to it.
You know, I saw like the other week that there was a post that came out from the dev like a month or two ago on Blue Sky that implied that Odile's gender was up to interpretation, and I don't know what they mean by that.
Also, here we go. We now have Alakazam.
Because there's nothing in the game that would make anybody assume that Odile could be a male.
And plus, like, she specifically has her pronouns listed, and it's she, her.
And everybody calls her Madame, so I don't get what they mean by saying Odile's gender is up to interpretation.
Maybe that's just their way of saying she doesn't care or something.
Oh, well. I definitely think we'll beat Misty. I don't think we'll beat Surge.
Still at 2 hours.
I guess we could, depending on how lucky we get.
Yeah, there's not a lot between Misty and Surge.
It's like 2 routes.
There's the ship, which...
Oh, true, there is the ship.
Yeah, the ship has a lot of trainers and another rival battle.
Yo, remember the move Smelling Salt?
Barely.
No.
It's just wake up slap for paralysis.
But people use smelling salts when people are unconscious, not when they can't move.
Tim, are you able to move when you're unconscious?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Although I don't move in my sleep. Although I guess when you're knocked out instead of just falling asleep, that's a different thing.
I thought Odile was the only solid one, being older, more confident in who she is, and non-Vogardian. I mean, she's like unsure about like what she considers herself in terms of like where she's from, because it's like she's like one of her parents is Vogardian, and so and she didn't really fit in where she's from, and so she came to Vogard to be like, do I fit in here instead? And the answer was no, and it's like, huh. I think Izubo's the only one that's like who like knows what he wants to do with his life.
Yeah.
And that's why when Seaford is like yelling at him, Izubo is like, "Dude, I know what I want to do, so your words have no effect on me."
I think it's a good subversion that the one. Shut up.
A good subversion. All right.
I mean, maybe he is. I don't know, but I think it's a good subversion that the one more or less confirmed trans character of the game is actually the most confident one.
I also like that, like, the love interest is the one that is, like hurt, but not, like, really upset by when Seaford, like, lashes out. He's just kind of like, I know something's up here. I'm going to walk away now.
Yeah, they have him be kind of dorky and awkward at points, but he's never dumb, which is different for the big strong guy character.
Yeah.
He's kind of treated as being dumb, but it's mostly just
because of the facade he was putting up.
Yeah, like there's a point where it's like where like he spends the entire time being like, oh, I'm not smart or anything, and then they get to one point where it's like I don't know, it's just a question that you hear but you can't really answer. Oh, like 500 times 3,728? No, I know that. I'm not an idiot.
Casual math.
I think I remember that happening, and Bonnie was like, "What?" Izubo's the only person who had a proper job before everything happened.
Is being a housemaid not technically a job?
No, it's like
it's
a
sort of like being a
lifestyle.
student. It's like being a student, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're never really told.
We don't really.
We weren't told much of what Odile was doing before she joined up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
No, she was just like, I'm a researcher.
Considering her age, she definitely like had a job of some sort.
Just wasn't interesting.
Yeah, she must have been doing something, but she came across the hero group and was like, okay, I'm not leaving the world's fate to a bunch of kids. I'm coming along.
I love
Which
that
is fair.
her explanation is literally leaving the fate to a bunch of young'uns would give me an ulcer.
Especially
Seaford
since
was doing something.
Izubo was the only one who we know of who had any combat experience since he used to be a guard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Seaford seems to have some combat experience. They do carry a knife.
Yeah, he just has
Yeah.
a knife, and he is really good at killing sadnesses. But nobody, including he, doesn't know what he used to do.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, based on the backstory we saw, and him being like, I ran away from home because I didn't want to eat my vegetables, and that was, like, when he, like, got separated and then, like, lost his memories. I think he was a kid still then, so he basically grew up.
Stabbing people.
Yeah!
Alright.
What?
Ship.
I talked about this a little bit with Rhino and with someone on Reddit, but there's a lot of interesting similarities, but also contrasts between the world and characters of In Stars and Time and Metaphor.
I still haven't played Metaphor yet, so no spoilers, please.
Yeah, I can't talk about it because Max hasn't played Metaphor, and I bought it for him, so he'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, like, I'm planning to get to it, it's just, like, I've got other games on the list as well.
It is a
that's
long.
fair. Metaphor's a long fucking game.
Yeah.
It is a long game. I didn't even 100% it, and I got close to 100 hours, and I know Rhino went over 100 hours.
Yeah, I grinded.
I did too. I didn't grind my characters all to 99, but I did grind out their final archetypes.
I did 99 and max out on all the archetypes.
I went just until I could grind out all the archetypes on the main character for the achievement.
Please stop saying grind, I'm thinking bad things.
It's an RPG.
I know, but I'm thinking, like, grinding the characters and...
Well, this will put a bad visual in
There
your
was
head.
some grinding.
this will put a bad visual in your head, but there's a lot of grinding teeth.
Ugh.
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 I genuinely have a problem with that. So, like
Yeah, for some reason, there are teeth.
My teeth click when I open them all the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but for some
I
reason...
don't think that's your teeth. I think that's your jaw.
Yeah, it's called like TMJ or something.
I'm not sure why,
Too
but
much
for some
juice.
reason, there's just a lot of little teeth dudes all around the world that you can talk to and stuff.
And they have holes in them.
Yeah, it's a temporomandibular joint dysfunction.
You have a time-space anomaly in your mouth?
That's how I get so loud. Also, yeah, I still don't know what the next symbol is, so it just says undecided.
I would say do Alpharad's thing, but I think you should play that regardless.
Yeah,
I think we're going to do Mario Mon regardless, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not putting stuff on the as a sub goal if it's something that I'm already like I really want to do this. I don't only put stuff I don't want to do, but I don't put stuff that I'm like I absolutely 100% want to do this and I'm excited for it.
But now we have two Pokemon hacks lined up with Mario Mon and too many types.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to Pokemon Evolved coming out so I can make him play that.
And, well, when Legends EA comes out, he's probably not going to stream that.
I'll probably do like a day one stream of like how I start it, and then from there I'll decide if I continue streaming it. If it's gonna be like Legends Arceus, then it might be fine to stream and just like do like any basic like Pokédex tasks or whatnot off screen.
And there's also FF7 Blind now, which I've not played FF7, I've only seen parts of it.
Now, I know literally nothing about it except what we know from Smash Bros. Basically, Sephiroth's the bad guy and Cloud has a big sword.
And I'm gonna guess you haven't rewatched the Death Battle episodes about Cloud and Sephiroth anytime recently.
I watched the battles, I didn't watch the analysis parts.
That's fair.
Generally, when I tend to rewatch Death Battles a lot, but I only ever rewatch the analysis parts if I haven't seen the whole battle in a long time, and I specifically am like, who's this character again? What do they say about him?
Yeah, mostly on my rewatches, I just skip to the fight too.
I'm pretty sure I watched the Bowser vs. Eggman fight like a dozen times.
Yeah, I watch that a lot too. Pretty much every music track they've come out for the revival, except for like the non-vocal ones, I've been playing non-stop too.
Behold the
Oh,
king.
hey, actually,
Yeah.
it looks like Pokemon Evolved is out.
Really?
What is that one?
It is the one that Point Pro did, where each Pokemon line has at least 5 evolutions.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
What engine is it built in? Is it also a Gen 3 hack?
Leaf Green specifically, instead of Fire Red.
It has the physical special split and whatnot, right? It better.
Let's see. 354 Pokemon, custom sprites, HP, physical special split.
That's cool. It's been an hour and Mario Mon is still not out yet, but it probably will by the end of the day.
Guys, I figure what's lost is lost. I decided to catch a Pokemon that could Metronome without a TM. But it ain't gonna be that hard.
Imagine this hack had every item in the game be switched to the Metronome too.
Like, not even the TM, just the Metronome itself, the actual item.
Alright. Already have one of you. Don't have one of you.
I don't think this is the area to catch what I was looking for. I was trying to find, like, Vulpix or Growlithe, but I think that's later.
I don't think those are this route.
Oh, no, yeah, I remember where they are. They're, left of Lavender Town.
Which do you think you would do first, Max? Mario Mon?
What?
Did I lag out?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, which do you think you would do first, Mariomon or Evolved?
Which one's shorter?
I guess Mario
Oh,
Mon
well.
seemed pretty short if Twitch beat it in only a day and a half.
I mean, Twitch plays constantly, but
Yeah.
I mean, Evolved is like standard this game length.
So they'd probably be both about the same. I don't think Mario Mon has a post game, but I'm not sure.
What game? What is Mario Mon built on? Like, what game is it based on?
Emerald.
All right, then I would do too many types, or not too many types. I would do Evolved first because too many types is based on Emerald. So I think I'd probably try to alternate. So I would do this and then too many types and Evolved probably like maybe not on the at the same time, but like consecutively. I'll do too many types, then Evolved, then Mario Mon. So it'll take me a little bit to get to them, but it's fine. Excuse me, this is a private conversation. They don't have it in the middle of the fucking round! I always hated this character.
Here's a question.
Yeah?
What plot thing happening in a game, because I was thinking about this earlier, what plot thing happening in a game made you, like, actually angry and be like, no, don't let them do that. Fight back. Do something.
Literally any time ever where a character is clearly capable of fighting them off, but just chooses not to. See, for example, Ocarina of Time, Link getting caught by the Gerudo.
My like one that I always go back to in my mind and just makes me seethe is the part in Monster Hunter Stories 2 about midway through the game where you have been like meticulously raising this Rathalos who seems to be like a sort of like a destined one with like this dark power, and you are like training it, teaching it to kind of keep itself in control and stuff like that, and trying to see if there's a way you can help it like get that out of it. And then at one point it loses control because it gets super stressed by some stuff that's happening, and so it goes after something that was a problem. Not even after anything that did deserve it, just after that thing that was a problem. Missed a shot, blew up a building, no one was in it. Stress that. No one was in it. They were just sad because they just rebuilt it. And then after it's calmed down, it gets fucking chained up and taken away from you. And I'm like, I have an entire stable of other things, and you fuckers are taking this thing away from me. And then I get to the next town, and I'm like, I want it back. They're like, you need to calm down. I'm like, fuck you. You stole my pet and my friend. Fuck you. I am going to bulldoze this whole city.
Wait, Rhino, I've got it. Legends Arceus, they kick you out of town.
Yes, it was pretty much that.
That was so fucking stupid, because it's like, hey, we got here. All right, cool. We welcome you to a town. All right, we're helping out. We are literally the best researcher on the team. Awesome. We have caught so many Pokemon. Wow, you're amazing. We are solving the problems that are all around the world. That's cool. One guy. Hey, I noticed that around the time you showed up is when that hole in the sky appeared. Kill them! It's like, I have stables and stables full of alpha Pokemon that you guys literally are too scared to even look at. You really want to fuck with me? It made it very cathartic when at the end, like, I forget his name, but like the Rowan ancestor guy literally gets on his hands and knees to beg for your forgiveness.
Good. Fun fact, by the way, about the thing I was talking about, by the time you
Kamado,
actually get permission,
right? That's the name.
Yeah. Fun fact, by the way, and that thing I was talking about, by the time you actually get to go get your thing because you managed to convince them that you are the only one that can help him, He gets kidnapped from being kidnapped. And it's just like, I thought you were keeping him safe in this definitely not sus lab you had out in the middle of the fucking desert. And then you let the cultists take him. Because because some of you decided that you were going to be traitors.
I think Kamado never trusted us. Cough, Benny, cough. Yeah. At least with Benny, it was like, he shows up as like, I'm being told to do this, so... And then and then you defeat him, and he's like, all right, you won, fair enough. Good luck.
All right, it's clear I can't stop you.
He was also like, okay, you defeated me. Please stop, Kamado, he's being an idiot.
I am now no longer contractually obligated to stop you, seeing as I failed to stop you. Therefore, I will speak candidly.
I don't even know what's happening, but we've been in like 10 turns, and I just now did damage. It was like conversion, raising stats, and then I died. Okay. I mean, what I gathered from it, Sylvia, was he was only helping Kamado because they were old friends, and he wasn't really approving of what Kamado was doing. He was just kind of like, I mean, I'm gonna trust my friend because I don't really have much of a choice. And then it was like, all right, you defeated me. Maybe you could stop him from being an idiot. Silently ready to stab a bitch over his stupidity was a refresher, though. I love the bit where it's like, she sends her Abra to like allow you to access the stables, and then you come back, or the pastures, and then you come back from being exiled, and you're like, thanks for sending your Abra, and she's like, whatever my Abra did had absolutely nothing to do with whether or not I was on your side. And I'm like, plausible deniability. Oh my god, kill the fucking Nidoran!
That's pretty good, Unstoppable. Sending you the Pokemon Evolved how-to link, Max.
Wait,
they said for some reason. They said for some reason it may not work in Visual Boy, so you may need the other emulator, which they do link.
Woo! Woo! Rolling
He's having fun
at the speed of sound. Got places to go, I'm at bed. I was traveled with Wigglytuff. I never leave home without it. Why must I travel with this energetic little idiot? Water spout, rain dance. There we go, I'm finally doing some damage. At least I haven't gotten Memento in a while.
Although it was acid rain.
Found a TM.
Is it Metronome?
Yes.
Hey Max, for starter, do you want me to wait on using the less spawns in the desert, in the red desert, to see if it's actually a problem for us, or considering I think it was a little laggy last time, should I just go ahead and do it?
Go ahead and do it.
Alrighty.
I need to take a look. Metronome, 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 metronome. Great ball. This guy's like, I only get to peel onions. I look at the trash can. Oh, a chesto berry. Oh, a cherry berry.
Hubris back up his ass. Let's see.
For saying what? What did I say?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was getting this stuff for you.
You haven't gotten Memento in a while? I mean, it hasn't happened again yet since I said it. I used Metronome and got assist, so nothing happened because it only would have called Metronome. One. You. Heal me. Anything this way? Oh, right. More rooms. I'm in outrage. And I'm confused. And I'm dead.
Max, no. To a tentacle, really?
I love how pre-release fans were 100% Silene was going to be a villain, and we're like, wow, this is so fucking obvious. And then they made the conventionally attractive guy the villain instead. Wait, what? Oh, I think I might have used teleport or something. It's very fitting for the Alakazam.
How would it learn teleport?
Huh?
How would it know teleport?
Metronome.
Oh.
Oh, you actually won that.
I like feisty kids like you. Excuse me? Dylan, sir? Hey, I got explosion.
Yeah. I thought it was funny how he dramatically got to reveal his hair shape.
He got Perish Song, but we killed him before it went off.
Yeah, Volo revealing his hair shape and whatnot. I do like that they made a Silene the ancestor of the Gen 4 villain, the good guy, and then the ancestors of Rowan and Cynthia, who are like the Gen 4 good guys, were made into the antagonists.
Well, I thought that the lady you meet in the woods was like the other half of Cynthia's ancestor.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
lady?
Oh, the one who helps you get the plates.
Yeah, a little bit. She also gives me some vibes of, like, I think Diantha.
Maybe. I don't acknowledge Diantha as much.
Like, it's clear that both of those two NPCs are meant to be Cynthia's ancestors, but the game itself doesn't really acknowledge it.
At some point, they banged.
I like that the bandits are based on like various characters as well. You got one based on the Ice Gym leader from Gen 4. Then you have Saturn, I think, from Team Galactic, and then a mix of Agatha and Bertha from the Gens 1 and 4 Elite Four.
Yeah, that was them finally confirming that Agatha and Bertha are related.
Because, like, even in their Pokemon choices, it's like that, where they have, like, the Pokemon that the related character uses, and then for the one that's like Agatha and Bertha, she has both Gengar and Rhyperior, I think.
I think it's just Rhydon. I don't think Rhyperior's in the game.
Shout out to the one of them who throws out fucking Obama snow in a volcano.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's Candace's ancestor.
Candace dick fit in your mouth.
We see that in the Legends ZA trailer that AZ and his Floette are still around, so I guess it's a sequel to Gen 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they specifically said that it takes place after Gen 6. Because, like, he also looks older.
Their Sycamore is probably still around, I don't think he's been in the trailers yet.
I've never seen something like this, shows TM for Metronome.
I feel like the thumbnail for this VOD is going to have to be, like, just my TM case of all Metronome.
I wonder if Legends ZA can actually, like, make Diantha a real character.
I barely... I honestly don't remember her personality at all.
She doesn't have one.
I think she was, like, old and, like, polite and, like... I think she did, like... They're not called Pokemon contests anymore, but she did whatever they were called in that gen. Musicals, I think.
Yeah. She was like an idol. Even in the anime, when they did the whole Champions tournament, she lost in the first round.
I'm a Rattata! I got a one-hit KO! Whoops.
Well, hey there, sport. Do you know how to battle?
I accidentally hit left bumper.
Honestly, if I had to rank all the Pokemon champions, I'm not sure who I'd put at the bottom between Diantha and Geeta.
I'd say Diantha.
Alright, Geeta.
I'd say Diantha, because Geeta at least got better.
Yeah, Geeta is at least present elsewhere in the story.
I think Diantha shows up, like, maybe once just for, like, to introduce the whatever Pokemon contests are.
No, doesn't she also show up and be like, this is Lysander, clearly
Yes.
the villain, anyway, bye.
She does argue. We do see her very briefly argue with Lysander in a cafe.
Who would you say is the best champion, just in terms of, like, story presence, not just, like, artist or whatever?
It'd either have to be Cynthia or Leon.
Can I pick Nimona?
Yes.
Alright.
Technically, yes. Because, as confusing as it is, Gen 9 states that there can be more than one champion at a time.
Yeah, it's no longer, like,
A title, it's a rank.
Yeah, which I don't like.
Yeah, it makes it less special.
Yeah, then it's just like, alright, you became champion. Alright, cool, I'm the champion, I'm the strongest trainer in the region. No, you're just...
A champion.
You're adequate.
You prefer Gen 7's final boss to be Kukui or How?
Kukui.
Kukui.
How you already fought multiple times throughout the thing, and it was just the same battle at higher levels. Kukui is a brand new fight, and it was also the first time you ever had, like, a serious fight against a professor.
Yeah, because the Professor Oak fight that was supposed to be in Gen 1 got scrapped.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like it fits Kukui a lot better to be like, you became the champion, and now I want to challenge you, as opposed to being like, you became the champion! How? Go ahead and challenge them.
I also prefer, I strongly prefer Steven over Wallace as champion.
Yes!
Yes. Yes. It seems like such an unnecessary change.
Like, Steven you get to meet across the story a lot, and he has a presence, whereas Wallace was just them promoting the former 8th gym leader to champion.
He did have a presence with, like, getting Rayquaza, but it was very minor. Sycamore had a serious fight, even if it wasn't a story fight. Did he? I don't remember. I only ever remember him fighting you with, like, a Kanto starter, and then you win, and he gives you one or something.
Yeah, I guess N would be considered a champion fight.
No. He was never
Oh.
he was a final boss, but he was never champion.
He beat the champion though.
No, he didn't. I mean, not really.
I thought he beat Alder.
I don't know why I keep leaving. He broke him with his castle and just kind of, like, took him by surprise and overwhelmed him. It wasn't a fair fight.
Yeah, Gen 5 was...
No, Sylvia says he beat Alder.
Technically, I think, technically speaking, N does count as a champion, but you fight Getsus as the final boss in the story.
Yeah.
And you get to fight Alder as post-game.
Yeah, so I don't think you actually fight N well, no, you do, but...
I was about to
No,
say, yes, you do. He
You
is
definitely
like...
you do get to fight his full team plus whatever legendary he had.
He is like the dramatic morality fight.
Can I point out, by the way they revealed N as being a bad guy was the stupidest thing ever. You're just on a Ferris wheel, and he's like, by the way, I'm the king of Team Plasma. And you're just like...
I thought that was funny because it was so out of left field. It's just like, I want to go on the Ferris with you. All right, fine. I'm the bad guy. Anyways, bye. It's just so out of left field, and
Yeah.
it makes me laugh.
Iris's champion is okay, but I think the anime carries her.
I do like I think Iris was a much better way of doing, like, gym leader later becomes champion.
I like her ridiculous, what's the word?
Dress.
No, like an adjective for it. It's annoying me. Like, it's impractical. That was it. Her giant impractical champion's dress that she clearly throws off the instant she leaves that room.
I know that she shows up in the anime, like, later on, like, now being a champion and wearing that outfit, and I wonder if there's a line being like, yeah, this sucks to wear.
She's like, I can't move.
I was reminding myself of all the champions were, and I forgot the 4 DLC guys who are technically champions.
I mean, no, they're elite.
They're an elite four.
Yeah, Kieran is the quote-unquote champion.
Well, if you look on the Bulbapedia for champions, they list Mustard, Peony, Kieran, and Drayton.
I thought you meant for Scarlet and Violet.
No, you have Mustard and Peony from, what was that DLC called?
Well, those were 2 separate DLCs, but it was from Sword and Shield.
Yeah. And then you have Kieran and Drayton for Gen 9 DLC.
And Drayton was only the champion after Kieran was knocked out of it, so... Hey guys, the best part of the game.
I was kind of, like, how can I explain this? I enjoyed that there was an arc for the DLC. I was annoyed that the arc could have been solved by a talk.
Yeah, and, like, you don't have a choice. You're just, it's just like, you don't tell Kieran about what's going on. He's like, what the fuck, man? And, like, dude, really?
And you're just sitting there like, the game made me.
Why are you becoming friends with my literal bully of a sister? It's like, I don't have a choice.
I don't want to.
There's a moment like that in Dragon Quest.
I didn't like her.
There's a moment like that in Dragon Quest XI where you go back in time so you can stop the villain from killing one of your teammates, And you know that the king is secretly the villain in disguise, and your character just decides to not tell anyone. And also, he decides to go to sleep in the castle where he knows where the villain is, with his sword just out in the open for anyone to steal it. Like,
Ugh.
dude, you know the villain is there. Why aren't you telling anybody? Why are you having the secret ultimate weapon to kill the villain just out in the open?
And not killing him with it.
Right after that, the villain gets impatient, and you and your allies do fight him and take him down, but it's still annoying in the moment. This is why I don't like silent protagonists.
Here's one. Give me a silent protagonist where, like, someone's like, alright, I need you to not tell anyone. You just narrow your eyes, they see the screen pans, and then you see them on a roof with a sign up just shouting out what they didn't want them to say.
That's one thing I like that Metaphor did over Persona. Will actually says every line you choose for him.
Yeah, he doesn't talk much, but he does talk. He's just a person of few words.
Yeah, he actually has somewhat of his own personality, even if he's forced to say whatever you pick for him, so you can make him as dumb as you want him to be.
Bazonkers.
Honka-dunkaroos.
That is also one thing Metaphor has over Persona. None of the party members are morons.
Oh, they don't have Morgana?
There's no your companion for the game, Gallica, is actually really likable.
Yeah, there is no annoying mascot character.
And they don't they don't do the thing of like one character is or like characters in general are just randomly beaten up or abused because in Japan it's funny.
Nope.
No.
Thank God. Literally the worst
Closest
part
they
of
do
Persona.
that is one of them is like a badass soldier, so they will put you through the paces when you ask to train with them, but it's not built up for comedic effect. It's really like you are less good at this than they are, so you get tired and hurt a lot.
Even one of your party members that is like intended to be the quote-unquote dumb one of the group has his own kind of emotional intelligence from the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Every party member in Metaphor is great. I like them all.
Yep.
I'm definitely looking
They
forward
don't-
to playing it then.
I don't even feel like they have the weakness that Haru did, where she came too late into the story to feel important.
Yeah, even like the last couple party members you get, I'm like, nah, I still like them.
I think the worst thing with Haru is like it's not even just that she came late into the story. It's that she came into the story and then
But
the
something
arc
stupid was happening.
and the arc that was supposed to be about her became about Morgana instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't get the big dramatic speech against her own dad. Morgana steals it.
It's funny because I hear Persona fans completely shit on Metaphor. Really?
What? I'm a Persona fan. I love Metaphor.
Really? I've not seen a single person say anything bad about Metaphor. I mean,
The one they hate is similar.
The battle system is closer to the SMT games, but I feel like it's easy to grasp.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Especially like later on, once you get like a couple of legendary equipments that let you break that shit in half.
You even get to... You have like a lot of build variety for your main character, because not only do you get to choose what archetypes you specialize in, you get to choose a stat on every level up.
Yep. My endgame team was interesting because I essentially had me, the all-rounder, the tank slash dispeller, the buffer and debuffer, and the crit monster. And it was funny because the crit monster could set up so the debuffer could also be a monster. So it was just working out very nicely.
Yeah.
And it was funny to me because it was like, oh, normally you don't use the people you get last in the game. Meanwhile, me, 2 of my final 4 people, the last 2 people you get in the game. And I never had a
Guys,
problem
I got Memento!
Oh, hey, there it is.
I never had a problem whenever like you wanted to switch someone out. You'd be like, hey, their story's here or something's happening. It always felt good with each of the party members. I admit I didn't use the middle party members gimmick that much, their class, because it just seemed like, I don't want the randomness in it. I'll just have him be my second mage. And I was like, all right, that works.
You don't want randomness?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I will say it takes the game a little long to give you a dedicated mage member, but you know.
That's why I was the mage member, Tim.
I think that's 3 battles in a row I metronomed into explosion.
Yeah.
You are in the gambler area.
Even though the physical stats are king in Atlas games, I feel like Metaphor does push you a bit towards a magic build early on.
Yeah, I did that because that's just what I tend to do. And those games it turned out to be appropriate because you don't get your own mage for a fucking long time.
I remember in sorry, just on the topic of like the gambler area, in Pokemon Radical Red, I believe you could fight a gambler in like the casino where it's you each get like 6 random Pokemon that all have only Metronome, and it's like if you win, you get $10,000. If you lose $10,000. I got self-destruct!
It's not explosion.
It's worse explosion. Escape rope.
One thing does annoy me about Metaphor Team, it's like the smallest of small nitpicks though.
Yeah.
Galaga has an equipment screen. Galaga has an equipment screen that you can never change.
Yeah, true. And also because the progression of her archetype is story locked, it's going to be a long time before you get those late game spells.
Yeah. But, I mean, you always have one.
I defeated Dirk.
Nice.
You got dirked. Hi, Snorlax.
So, I mean, sore. You heard nothing.
I will say you definitely need a strong stomach for Metaphor's plot, in the same way that Persona 5 opens up on a really heavy plot. Metaphor is just heavy throughout the whole time.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about.
You need to have a high tolerance for being
Now
able to
that's a
deal with
catchy tune.
fantasy racism.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they get it out of the way early though. They're like, look, this is just kind of happening. We're not saying it's a good thing, but it is happening.
The fuck was that? Oh, that was the Poke Flute.
Yeah, what do you mean? That's what you have to do to wake up Snorlax, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Then why didn't it work?
I guess he wasn't watching the stream.
Now that's a catchy tune.
Why'd you slam your face into the wall a couple times on the way through that straight tunnel?
Beat up. I am looking forward to the potential of using my Mega Snorlax on Sunday.
I'm still scared of if/and when I'm going to have to bust out Hoopa Unbound. Because that could very quickly go bad for us.
You got like a buff for that or something though, right?
I have one reroll if I roll a 1 on the d6 every turn that I need to do for him not to go insane. That's what you gave me for my talk with him.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
you also have
like,
just your
now's the time
you also have your regular rerolls, so.
Yeah, why do you think I haven't been using them?
Guys, I got Metronome.
Nice. I'm really looking forward to you playing these Pokemon games you got coming up, because they're all really interesting in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Jaden's video about too many types.
I know a bit about too many types in that I know what some of the types are, and I know the reasoning behind some of the more abstract types. Like, I know Guy's type is for Pokemon that have, like, multiple creatures in one Pokemon, like Dugtrio. Prime type is Pokemon whose Pokedex numbers are a prime number.
Yeah.
And furry type are Pokemon who fit AlphaRad's description of a furry, which is non-human but can comfortably wear a human jacket.
Is that his definition?
Yes.
Huh.
And I believe they literally had a discussion of, like, Sudowoodo could wear a jacket. I stand by my definition.
I mean, good luck him getting his hands through the sleeves, but... It's funny, because this means you actually have 2 AlphaRad ones and 1 Point Crow one.
Yeah,
And I don't watch either of them.
The thing I remember most from Too Many Types was Clay shows up as a gym leader, and his type is Gun.
If I remember right, I think Ohio is a type.
Oh, I remember seeing a bit from Tom Fox where Ohio is a type, but the icon is a picture of Texas.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if they did that on purpose.
Oh, they definitely had to. Oh, I know there's also D's Nuts type, and that specifically applies to Pokemon whose name can be used in, like, a D's Nuts style joke, like Slugma Balls. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
Shrug.
I know there's Magic type, which I imagine some of the Psychic types were changed into.
I know there's Silly.
There's Baby, which is literally for the baby Pokemon, and it is weak to every single type.
There's Gamer.
There is Stuff type. For Pokemon that are, like, mischievous, I guess.
Stinky type.
There's Angie.
Yeah, you are right, Ensemble. Sawk was a D's type.
Right, sock on these nuts. I know that there's left and right type, and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are left and right type respectively based on where they're positioned when you get them from the fighting dojo in this game.
Apparently Bean is a type.
Oh yeah, Gulpin I'm pretty sure is also a D's Nuts type. I only recently realized exactly what a prime number actually was.
Yeah, a number that doesn't have any other numbers that can go into it other than 1.
Yeah, but like, the thing is, for a while, like, just based on that definition, it doesn't divide into any other numbers. That would be every odd number. But I had to look it up, and specifically what it is that you cannot get it by multiplying any 2 numbers together, except for 1 in itself. So it's more than just it can't divide into anything, because no odd number can divide into any non-whole numbers besides 1, or any whole numbers besides 1. Sorry.
9 is divisible by 3, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, but like
4 numbers that are divisible by 7.
Yeah, but like but I mean, like, it would have
15.
to be. It would have to be like by the number by itself is what I was thinking, but it's like, but no, it's not just like it's not like just the number times itself. It's the number times any number. Because I thought it was specifically based on, like, I forget exactly what the term is, but, like, when you multiply a number by itself is, like... Squaring, yeah. I thought it was specifically based on that.
I think I learned what a prime number was in, like, 4th grade.
I'm pretty sure I learned it around then, too. I just never remembered, because if you can believe it, the shit they teach you in school does not apply into real life.
Shout out to that one advanced test I took where they literally put a problem in front of me that was covered, like, 2 or so years later in math where it was just number exclamation point, and I'm like, is this a fucking typo?
No, like that never comes up. Ever. They're just trying to pad out the school year with something to make you seem busy. Or to make themselves seem busy.
I learned how to do that later on, and I was irritated because I was like, oh, that was an easy one. I just had never seen it. Just took a lap there.
Just looking real quick to see if there's any Pokemon I want to swap anything out for here.
Are you interested in Voltorb?
He already has a Pikachu.
But have you considered Voltorb?
Ekans.
Ah, but you see...
Nope, they were in
Where'd all the Voltorb go? Ah, but you see Voltorb. You got like, it's like 7 of 8 encounters were Voltorb, and then nothing.
They're like, oh, I guess he doesn't want me.
Oh yeah, I forgot this got announced because I don't even go here, but there's 2 new Deltarune chapters coming out.
Cool.
Is that game done yet?
No, it's gonna be like 8 chapters long.
The game is not gonna be done for a very long time.
The last one that came out was 2. They're adding 2 more.
Oh god.
The game is going to be irrelevant before it's even halfway through being done released.
I mean, when I played Chapter 1, it was fun.
It was interesting.
I'm sure people will keep playing them.
Alright.
Though it is really funny how Deltarune got more of a showing at the Nintendo Direct than Silksong did.
It occurs to me I don't have Flash. It also occurs to me I think Flash is a TM in this game, so I would just get Metronome.
Yep.
Yeah, you cannot get Flash.
Don't get me wrong, Stoffel, I'm a Deltarune fan as well, but I'm very casual, and then I'm just waiting for the game to be done.
Yeah, that reminds me. I need to get back to Undertale Yellow and do the other routes at some point.
I'm just gonna... Okay, what is this? Rock Tunnel?
Although we already got the true endings, if we never get back to it, it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we heard the neutral ending was interesting. Just had to decide on our one kill.
Okay.
Did you bring repels?
Yes, hang on.
Oh, you know what I think we should do at one point, Max?
What?
Remember we were told there was a sequel to the Pokemon trading card game we played back on
Right!
Game Boy.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to do.
But we had to get a translation for it.
Oh, there was a Japanese-only Pokemon handheld game?
Well, the Pokemon trading card game back on Game Boy Color was really fun, and then Max played it, and he also thought it was really fun. And apparently there's a sequel, but it was Japanese only.
Pokemon TCG Mobile is pretty good. It just doesn't have a story.
Well, this did have a story, basic as it was, and this was like the original game, so it wasn't like super complicated. Coin flips were still part of it.
That game is why part of the reason why I like Hitmonlee so much.
Oh, Chick's thinking face 3 spots behind you.
Ah, put us to sleep. The Slowpoke is kicking our ass.
1 through 4 is full release, 6 to 7 be now don't have to fight. What about 5 though? And yeah, also the music in the trading card game was really good. Also, Ronald.
Yeah!
The I Am Ronald deck. The legendary Ronald deck. And the fucking Pikachu girl.
I think that's something I might need to make a highlight reel for.
Mr. Sir and Friends deck. I guess you just went Pinsir and Friends, but...
And I like Pinsir like didn't get really used.
And then you beat the Fire-type Elite Four so fast you didn't even get to see her gimmick. I forgot 5. How do I forget the number 5? I don't know, how do you?
Do I have any healing stuff? Okay, here we go. This is good. Oh, God. I'm just gonna... Where's the repels? I think I'm out of repels. Fuck. Wait. Oh. Oh, for God's sake, there's still someone else. I think I got past him. I'm there.
Huh. So I did a conversion, and Mario Kart World is going to cost 112 Canadian.
Yep, it sure is. I got Ice Ball and then just swept. For God's sake. And I'm
The
frozen.
near-death beep during the fast forward. No, we
Alright.
died.
Alright. Oh, okay. Alright, back to this. Okay. There. I keep running into wild Pokemon in front of traders, and I keep thinking I have to fight them. Okay, yeah, up there. Left, down, Zubat. Alright, you. I'm a Geodude now. Oh, for God's sake! Why are you facing this way? Alright, and... sake. I just want to get out of here. I'm tired of the darkness and having to follow a fucking map. I used Odor Sleuth twice in a row.
Did you get a good whiff?
Oh, I went too high, I think. Wait. Hang on, where am I?
I don't know, where are you?
Oh, no, okay, I figured it out. I just want to be free from the darkness. Kingdom Hearts!
Maybe that's the sub goal. Get Max to play Kingdom Hearts.
I tried playing the first Kingdom Hearts and it was just, nah, wasn't really into it. Okay.
Alright.
I thought you were a Professor Oak aide! Instead, you're just AIDS. Guess he used fucking in prison.
Is that more powerful than regular in prison?
Okay, we're here in Lavender Town.
Da, 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 da. Alright, this is a remixed version.
Yeah. I'm not the one that causes kids to commit suicide. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Do you believe in ghosts? No. I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder, I'm just imagining it. In the Pokemon Origins anime, that moment happens, and there's actually a white hand on Red's shoulder. Hi, you. I would like to get some things from you. Give me 10 revives. 10 super potions. 25 super repels.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Resting great balls, and then I'm gonna sell some shit. Like this, and this, and this, and this. Probably need that. And this, and this. Oh, I could use this moonstone. And this, and this, and these. Alright. Alright, we have Nidoking now. I could have waited so that he could learn some more moves, but no, because that's not how this works.
A lot of his best moves are TM. Like Metronome.
Yeah, hang on, let me check. Let's see. Metronome. Ooh, sweet, Metronome. Ah, he already has it. Okay. I don't need you to rate the names of my Pokemon, they're perfect. Here we are. You are not who I was. Get out of my way.
Here we are at this gambler.
Here we go. First, let's get this item. Now. Alright, so it's Growlithe in this game. Alright. Growlithe here is...
What is it?
Shout out to Hildred!
Hildred? What?
Alright. Let's get Hildred in here instead of... When does Mankey evolve? 28, so that's coming up. I think we can get rid of Pidgeot, though. Alright. Got about an hour left. I guess let's go fight our rival in Lavender Tower.
Bitchin'.
Alright, I missed with Jump Kick. I hit him with Thunder!
Nice. He's like, you dare get rid of me?
And then he Mega Kicked me. Alright, fine! Nobody wants to see the fucking dog! Alright, I Thunder Punched him. I spit on him. Alright, Hildred, let's try again. So, what's the baby's name? Remembers Hilda is a female name. Remembers Hilbert is a stupid sounding name. Drid. Hildred, yes. Alright, I believe that's everything we can do here, because we need to... Well, like, we can go further, but... Actually, you know what? We'll come back. Alright. We'll go until... I think let's aim for beating Giovanni in the Rocket Hideout.
Damn, that's a bit of a trek.
Obviously means Michael Ferry. You're a bitch. The notorious MUK!
Doesn't have his hands up though.
It's fine. We know what he is. Children. Old man. He used Encore on me. I have to keep using Metronome now. Oh, double battle with Metronome!
Oh shit.
Also, we're fighting things that actually get Metronome. Missed. That did nothing. Oh, Eruption is based on how much health you have. If only they were fairy types.
Oh. And a crit.
Don't worry, Nido King's got this. You can't leave now! And it's Sunny! Not to be confused with Sonny in chat. Good, Jigglypuff's special attack went down because it has so much of that.
No, we're confused, so Growlithe's probably gonna knock itself out on the next turn.
Good, no more beeping. These older games were way too slow.
I think
Especially-
we just used emulators.
Well, as much as I love it, Gen 4 health bar ticking down.
Santana!
Santana.
They're both so close to being dead. Come on, one hit. That'll kill it.
Perish.
One more hit, come on. Ah, that's not a hit.
Hey, Solar. Speaking of Solar, look, it's Sunny.
Oh, did they not meet already?
There we go. Revenge!
Back to the center.
And now that you've seen that battle, you understand why I'm constantly fast forwarding.
Oh, Pikachu dead already.
Yeah, I got triple kicked. Trust me, when something interesting is called, it'll be noted, such as when that Nidoran just used self-destruct.
I was like, oh, the Sand Tomb will kill it eventually, and then that happened. Immediately lost 2 Mons in the first fight.
Hyper Fang, nice.
Oh, we healed.
I got rest. I used rest. And then
Oh, you
Frenzy
killed that one.
Plant.
Oh, we're about to
And
die.
then Self-Destruct.
Then Mewtwo self-destructed. Okay. Half the team dead already. Let's go back.
I mean, Hildred took down that entire team himself, so...
Okay. Oh, you'll never hit us now.
Frenzy Plant, bitch! Metal Sound, bitch! Secret Power, bitch!
We
Then
keep getting
again-
encored when we're already spamming
Metaphor?
Metronome. Yeah. We'll get you eventually, maybe. Why are you us?
Stop being me! Only I can be me, and that's bad enough.
And they just happen to have a Pikachu. Oh,
Stop
one of them
actually
is
being
struck.
me! Solar, you didn't really miss much of the Stardew stream. We found out that, like, it ended up being just a test because we have to, like, deactivate some mods and change some things around in order to get it to run without me freezing constantly.
It was fun, and we got to experience some new stuff and got some hints at some things we're going to be doing. I'm just cleaning it up a little so Mass can run it better. Because apparently streaming slash and VTubing takes a little more out of it than me just running the game. But we're going to do some testing in the next couple of days, and we'll probably be ready after that, because actually I'm been working on it while we've been doing this stream.
Today my pain is flared up, so I'm just in bed watching you. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, being sick always sucks.
I don't think it's sickness, but...
Like, pain, yeah. Biker Man! He's got me trapped! I can't escape! I got Memento! I ate an egg!
Man, those are expensive right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I don't really eat eggs, so...
And I keep hearing this thing about tariffs, so things imported from China are going to start being more expensive. And, well, we all know how much stuff China imports over here.
I'm sure eventually people will stop being stupid when they realize it's stupid.
Wouldn't count on it.
When they realize it's getting them less money.
That'll work.
Holy world. Holy dead. And now you. I died from Parasong.
Sure did.
I fissured him.
Sure did.
Alright.
Any interesting Pokemon out here? You suck.
No.
You suck. You suck.
Same old, same old. Just Meowths. And an Oddish.
Bob Bloom's not horrible, but eh. We
We
already
need
have
a
a,
Grass Stone.
and we already have a good poison type. Oh, I found the kid again. Gym is great. It's full of women. Sir, you're just staring at the sign that says gym. Sir, the window's over here.
Winder.
The window's over here, sir.
Winder XP. By the way, the Minecraft movie is out tomorrow, and everyone's saying it's fucking horrible.
Not surprised. Fleeted Seal!
In less than a year, Jack Black has been in the 2 worst video game movies.
And a really good one.
Oh, that was about 2 years ago now, but yeah.
I guess so. He was Bowser, and then everyone's like, we gotta get him in our movie, and then our movie will be good, and... I mean, I don't blame him for taking a paycheck, but, like...
Yeah, it's not his fault the movies are written badly.
Yeah. The main issue the movie has is it just looks really weird. The problem is that it's live action and then also Minecraft, and that does not work.
But it's also like realistic textures on top of Minecraft.
I mean, some texture packs are like that.
Honestly, here's the thing. If not for the fact that they are trying really hard to integrate game mechanics, like you put these things on a block and boom, it's a thing now. If they were not trying to do that, this could be a really good film if they just didn't try to integrate game mechanics and didn't make everything square. It could just be a good, like a decent survival film. I like that everyone has decided that the post-credit scene of the Minecraft movie is going to be, like, Jack Black, again, with white eyes, and it's like, I am the hero, Brian. or like, it's like Steve is saying to him, no, Brian, you were supposed to be the hero. Hero, Brian. I like the sound of that. If they didn't make it live action, it would be fine. It says a lot that the trailer came out and people were like, I have to apologize to Minecraft Story Mode now. It is definitely, it's like here's the thing. Video game movies need to stop being live action unless they are explicitly about normal humans-ish. Like, I think Borderlands was not hurt by the fact it was live action. It was hurt by everything else, but I think Borderlands being live action, like, makes sense. And that's about actual humans. Assassin's Creed and Hitman are about actual humans. I know I keep referring to video game movies that are bad, but what others are there? Whereas, like, the Mario Brothers movie is, like, it's done animated because, like, they're more cartoony characters. And, the Legend of Zelda movie, we'll see. It's generally, human-like characters. They just have, like, elf ears. I'm wondering about what they'll do for, like, Gorons and Zoras.
Mascot costumes.
And then Detective Pikachu was good for, because, like, the Pokemon themselves were animated and the humans were human, and Pokemon already has humans in it. Sonic the Hedgehog, I think they got lucky with their premise, Because, like, humans are not in the Sonic universe aside from when they go to Earth. Like, a lot of the continuity is explicitly like, they live on Mobius, which is a planet of furries. There are no humans here. But then they have stuff where it's like, now they go to Earth. Like Sonic Adventure and whatnot.
And Sonic X.
And Sonic Adventure 2. And Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, which we don't talk about. As a huge Legend of Zelda fan, I am cautious but hopeful that it will be good. Same. I think I remember initially they were planning to do like a live-action Zelda movie or TV show or something with Tom Holland as Link, and that would not have worked. Also, I like how this person's like, we don't like bug or fire type Pokemon here, and I'm like, alright, what about Grass's other 37 weaknesses? Oh my god, stop! Ugh. If it's based on Breath of the Wild, I'll flip the table closest to me. In a good way or a bad way? I feel like it should be based on, like, a more classic Zelda story. Like, original, Ocarina of Time. Maybe something that kind of mixes a few of them the way Sonic did. I still remember that IGN trailer for the fake Zelda movie, like, actually looked really good. But, you know, it was an April Fool's joke, so... What Pokemon does Erica have? Like, what levels are they? Sunfire and Green... 2 level 29s at a 24? In a fuck it's Breath of the Wild again way, and in a fuck I'm gonna watch it anyways. I think Breath of the Wild is not one that lends itself well to being a movie.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild has a lot of stuff unsaid, and is very environment-based.
It's also very side quest based, so. Right.
Solar, I think it would be really cool if they told the story of the first Link, the one who has never had a game, the original hero of Hylia before she shed her divine form to become Hylia.
Here's the thing, they have actually done that. In the Skyward Sword manga. And the essentially...
I'm sorry, they mean the story of the first Zelda.
Well, I know. I think they mean the original hero of Hylia before she shed her divine form to become Zelda. But that's what the Skyward Sword manga was. It was about the original Link, who was like, essentially, like this was pre-Skyward Sword, where like they're living on the surface and then there are monsters or something, and Link, like all the people around, like they don't trust Link or something, and he's trying to save them all. And he ends up, like, sacrificing himself so that they can escape to the sky while he stays on Earth and dies, Halo Reach style. And then Hylia is like, I am so ashamed that a hero had to die for me. I will allow him to reincarnate infinitely in the future.
Something just occurred to me, and I'm ashamed it just did.
What?
Link to the Past is a pun.
Are you serious, Rhino?
It just never occurred to me.
Rhino!
I was just like, that's just the name of the game. Okay.
Rhino, wait till I tell you about A Link Between Worlds.
Wait, what? What'd I miss?
Rhino did not realize that a link to the past was a pun.
Rhino.
It didn't occur to me. It's like, all right, that's the subtitle for this game. Moving on.
30 years late on the joke.
And I was like, yeah, wait till you hear about, I don't know, I was about to say linked
It just
cross
never
country.
occurred to me those were puns. I was like, oh yeah, that is his name.
It is kind of,
admittedly,
it is kind of weird because there's no time travel in that game.
yeah, and also you could rename him to where that's not even his name, and then the pun's gone.
Actually, yeah, there is no time travel. They didn't do that until Ocarina of Time.
I think they say a link to the past because it's based on, like, stuff happened in the past that now we're suffering for, sort of thing.
A link to the past because it's based.
It's kind of like how A Hat in Time doesn't have anything to do with time travel, it's just the MacGuffins you're finding are timepieces because hourglasses look cool, and that's pretty much it. And, like, the final boss uses, like, just out of nowhere uses time travel to, like, become the ruler of the world or something. Alright. Are we ready to go through the rocket hideout and end this off?
Hey, Rhino, I bet you'll never guess how many main characters there are in Left 4 Dead.
Wait, that's based on the number of characters? I thought that was just a leftover from a stupid naming convention.
Alright,
It's a 4-player co-op game.
Stream's over.
It's a 4-player co-op game.
I literally thought they just put the number 4 in there just because that's what they decided to call it.
Stream's over. Good night, everybody.
What? I just didn't think about it. I was just like, people name shit stupid things all the time.
Rhino, I need to test something. Okay, so do you know what the summons in Persona are called?
Personas.
Alright, so you understand?
Yeah?
Okay. Do you know
Not all
that,
hope is lost.
do you know that Mario and Luigi are brothers?
Yes?
Do you know that they're super?
Eh.
Christ, Rhino?
Look, I'm sorry. I got used to stupid naming conventions.
I want to remind everybody, Rhino is also the person who thought muddy water was a ground type move.
Oh, that one's easy to confuse, at least. I thought it was ground
It
earlier.
literally has water in the name!
But
it
also has
has
mud.
And mud's the first word.
And it's brown.
But mud is the adjective!
But there's already so many water moves. I thought they would just make a unique looking ground
in
move.
the same game, there's mud slap and mud shots. So excuse me for first thinking muddy water was also mud based.
But
The sprite is just a brown version of surf.
yeah! Which is water!
But like, why do that then?
I don't... Because it
It's
was
like
meant to be
Avatar said, you combine all 4 elements and you get mud.
it was meant to be a Swampert exclusive move, and he's water.
He's water ground.
He's water primarily! I'm not letting this go! Also, thinking rock is immune to electric.
Okay, look. I don't remember when I thought that. But that one I think we can forgive it because you struggle to find non-rock ground types early on.
Yeah, it does take until Gen 2 for there to be a pure rock type.
What was it?
Sudowoodo.
Ah.
Gen 1, they were all rock ground or rock water.
Rock water.
There was Aerodactyl that was rock flying. And I think that was it.
Yeah. And Sudowoodo's whole thing is that it tricks you into thinking it's a grass type, and it's not.
My first thought whenever I think of a non-ground rock type is probably intended because it's from Gen 3 and it's Nose Pass.
I think of, like, I know Sudowoodo's the first one, but the one I typically think of is, like, the Gigalith line.
Not
I
ground
love
rock
Jigglypuff.
type.
Like, just a pure rock type, though, that's one I tend to think of.
Jigglypuff.
Now I want a Gigalith singing the Jigglypuff song.
Gigalith.
Gigalith, the Lith Gig.
Honestly, when I think of pure rock types, I probably think of Rampardos.
I still don't
Because I'm
like...
biased towards Gen 4.
I still hate that Rampardos is the only fossil Pokemon to not be dual type.
I mean, what would you give it?
is?
Fighting.
Yeah, there is no rock fighting other than Terrakion.
Yeah, Rhino, like in Gen 1, they're rock water, the fossil Pokemon are rock water except for Aerodactylus rock flying. The Gen 3 are rock grass and rock bug. Gen 4, Bastiodon is rock steel. Rampardos is pure rock. Archon is rock flying. Caracosta is rock water again. Tyrantrum is rock dragon. Aurorus is rock ice. And then the ones from Gen 8 are various combinations of ice, electric, water, and dragon.
But not rock.
There is no rock in Gen 8.
There is no rock in Gen 8.
And then Gen 9 doesn't have any fossils.
I really think that that Rampardos should be like rock fighting or just something other than pure rock, because it feels weird.
I think my favorite mono rock type is Garganackle.
Garganacle's pretty good.
Solar, you never really understood Sudowoodo tries Spirit Tree, makes it more likely people are going to water it. We can't pretend what we like. Mimikyu can't help that it wants to look like Pikachu.
I think it also might be because Sudowoodo doesn't really understand the idea of people being good to it, so it's like, nobody would want to do this.
Nobody would punch a tree. This isn't Minecraft.
I still remember seeing the debut episode for Sudowoodo in the Pokemon anime is like, these scientists are going after Sudowoodo, like, we need to find out what it is. I think it's a grass type. I think it's not a grass type. They find Sudowoodo. We've got you now. Let's fight Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo uses Vine Whip, and I as a viewer, am like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think I remember that too. And I was
It was
like,
because
wait,
it had Mimic.
Yeah.
So I think
confused.
later on it used like Flamethrower or something, and everyone was like, what the fuck is it?
Holds up middle ball, backs away. Sudowoodo does have Mewtwo's hands.
It also has Apump's tail as a hand. There was actually a bit in the Pokemon anime where, like, James is pretending to be Professor Oak, and so they're doing, like, a quiz between real and fake Professor Oak to figure out who the real Professor Oak is, and they're shown a silhouette of Apump's hand, and James thinks it's Sudowoodo's hand. Or Apump's tail, sorry.
I mean, that seems fair.
There's also a bit where, like, James gets a question right by pure, like, luck. Like, I think it's like, what move does Slowpoke learn at so-and-so level? And he's like, I have amnesia? And it's like, correct, the answer is amnesia! And he thinks in his head, this is going really well, I'm just gonna keep on randomly guessing. Meanwhile, Professor Oak, this guy's good.
See, that's the Team Rocket shenanigans I like. That and when they build giant robots for no reason.
I don't like when they're shoehorned into episodes when it's like, the episode had a perfectly normal thing going on, and then just at the end, ha! We're Team Rocket, and we're gonna kidnap this Pokemon now, and we've been defeated. Okay, the end. It just feels very gratuitous.
And then for Gen 7, they just decided to make them low-income workers.
That's what they always were.
Remember when they work fast food and stuff?
They do that constantly throughout the series.
I have watched a criminally small amount of Pokemon anime.
They work fast food stuff throughout the series pretty frequently because it's like they don't get enough money from actual Team Rocket, so they do that. And the joke is always that they're really good at like their whatever part-time jobs, but then they ditch them to go to like do evil stuff, and that's when they fuck up. Like they constantly like have like like throughout Gen 3, they like have good businesses selling like Pokeblocks and stuff like that. But then whenever they try to like cheat in some way, it just backfires.
Yeah, so my experience with the Pokemon anime is watching random ordered bits of the first series and a couple of the movies, specifically the Lugia one and the Mewtwo one.
Yeah, I remember.
So that is it. So after that movie, I thought they were going good.
I watched pretty regularly from Gens 1 through middle of 4, but then I fell off with it.
I think at one point I saw like one episode where he was in Johto, and I was like, "What? How did this happen?" Cut to me at local bookstore going, "Why don't you have the issue that says why he went to Johto? You just had the ones after that." I need to know why.
I think as of now, like, there's a YouTube channel, like an official Pokemon YouTube channel that is constantly uploading like the full episodes, and they're currently partway through the Orange Islands at this point. So
I think the Orange Islands I also saw part of, and I was so bored.
the Orange Islands is basically all filler. It was literally made for the sole purpose of giving them time to figure out what to have happen for Gen 2.
Yeah, Orange Islands is pretty low stakes. They just go from place to place. They have to deliver a special Pokeball.
The only thing I remember from Orange Islands is log rolling Snorlax and ice sliding down a mountain.
The only real good part of Orange Islands
And Lapras.
The only real good part of Orange Islands was Lapras and Snorlax, and that was pretty much it. The fact that Snorlax stuck around and is like constantly one of Ash's like best team members is good. But like the Orange Islands, if not for the fact that it gets referenced every so often and it's where he got Snorlax and Lapras, I would say you could skip Orange Islands. But I would say the Pokemon anime in general is a good thing to like watch on the side while you're playing a game.
I also don't think they ever even acknowledge the fact that Ash won the Orange Islands. He beat the champion who had a Dragonite.
He did win, and like they do acknowledge it. It's just like it's not an official league, so. And this was
not like his official hat.
And it was before they were allowed to give Ash a win. So.
Yeah, I didn't watch Gen 5. I heard Gen 5 anime pretty bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, Gen 5 basically reset Ash and his intelligence all the way back to like the beginning. Whereas the others at least carried over his like experience. Gen 6 was really good about that, apparently.
The end of Gen 4 made Ash too strong, considering he took out a Darkrai and Latios. So Zekrom literally flies in and blasts Ash and overcharges Pikachu to level 1.
The trainers are also using Metronome, yeah, Solar.
A god of lightning came in and had to nerf Pikachu for being too strong.
Legitimate question. In every series, is Ash always accompanied by gym leaders?
No. Well, hang on. Wait. Gen 7, assuming we account for the fact that they're not gym leaders there, they're trial captains, he's sort of, I think he's accompanied by them. I know they're major characters. They don't really travel in that one. I think Gen 8, no, because Gen 8 is more of a tournament arc. But yeah. Everything else, Gens 1 and 2 he's accompanied by Misty, and then 1 through 4 he's accompanied by Brock. Gen 5 is Silent and Iris.
And then Gen 6 he has Clement.
And then Gen 7 he has like the Mallow, Lana, Kiawe, and Sophocles are like fellow students.
Just a fucking whole second island, huh?
Yeah, he gets to meet several of the kahunas.
Yeah.
There's an episode of the Gen 7 anime where Lana catches a Kyogre and she's like, no, I can't keep this, puts it back. He's just fishing and Kyogre bites her line and flies out of the ocean. And then in the very next episode, she gets destroyed by Guzma in the tournament. Bet you wish you had a Kyogre then, don't you?
Yeah. I essentially, I remember a like a screenshot or something of Ash in whatever gen it was with Iris and
5.
what's his face? Yeah, and I was just looking at that and going, did he fucking kidnap the first gym leader again? I guess at least there's 2 backup ones, but still.
Yeah, Gen 5 was the first time they got rid of Brock.
And I did not. I think that was the main reason I didn't bother watching Gen 5, because, like, I think Brock is, like, probably my favorite character, or was my favorite character. I still really like him. I don't know if I call him my favorite character, but...
What do you mean first time? Wasn't he gotten rid of really early on with Professor Iris because she was hot?
For Orange, he was gotten rid of for Orange Islands, but that was
Oh,
it.
right, Tracy.
And at the time when I watched Orange Islands, I knew he came back for Johto.
But that was the first time for a main region that they got rid of Brock.
Yeah.
And yeah, I stopped watching partway through Gen 4 anime because it just kept going and going, and that's when I got into the internet. And Gen 4 is also when they replaced the voice actors because 4Kids was no longer the dubbing company.
Nope, Gen 3.
Oh, really? I thought it was Gen 4 that they started.
The very first episode that had the new voice actors was one in Gen 3. Sorry, I forgot I transformed. I looked at the fact that I had a coughing and was like, wait a second, when did I catch that?
Am I Team Rocket?
The very first episode that had the new voice actors was, it was in Hoenn, and basically the group came upon, like, this town that was, like, abandoned, and they discovered that it was currently just home to a bunch of Psychic-type Pokemon that had been abandoned by the people who lived in the town previously, because the town people apparently just... They left, and they couldn't fit the Pokemon on the truck or something?
They go into Pokeballs!
I don't think they weren't owned Pokemon. They were, like... I think they were wild Pokemon that just helped out.
Half of them float!
But, like, and they did that, and so the Psychic Pokemon were like, wow, I guess we're here alone now. Let's party every night! And so they would party every night. And so Ghost-type Pokemon living in a nearby cave got mad at the noise and started trying to scare them off. And so the gang shows up and is like, we have an idea! Cuts to the Psychic Pokemon partying, while an Abra uses a barrier around them to keep the noise quiet.
I think we've already was wearing a DJ set.
I think we've already talked about this one, but I remember last year being reminded of the episode where Ash gets possessed, and he says, Steptile, use the ref as a shield.
I recently rewatched that one, and it's great because, like, Ash is possessed by, like, an evil king. And, like, for the record, everybody knows he's possessed by an evil king. Like, and the idea is, like, he's fighting Brandon, the Pyramid King, with the idea of the evil spirit being like, if I win, you must surrender your kingship to me, sort of thing. Or, like, acknowledge my power, or whatever. And so, and he, like, calls upon Ash's, like, knowledge in order to win. And, but, like, so, like, you've got, there's this great transition point where, I need to put the controller down for this, where, like, it often switches between Ash in his head, like, saying things the way he would during a Pokemon battle, and then outside, the way, like, the evil king, like, translates it, essentially. And so Ash is like, go, Sceptile! Cuts to the king, my faithful servant.
Yeah, and during the battle, the king is all, use the ref as a shield. And Sceptile's like, dude, are you okay? And he says, do it! And so Sceptile's like, okay, I guess I'm doing it. And the ref doesn't call the match.
Ref is like, this is not technically illegal. I will be making an amendment after this match.
Funny thing,
Which reminds me like of an old Metabots.
Best part is, the ref was the only person who didn't know Ash was possessed.
Oh.
Like, Brandon knew, Ash's friends knew, Scott was there and he knew, but then the ref is like, alright, are we ready to get this show on the road? Hurry up and begin the battle. Alright!
That just, for some reason, reminds me of an old Metabots thing where it's like, they were fighting a kaiju-sized one with their normal ones. They beat it by injecting the metal, and the ref who's there at every fight is like, they have won by illegally injecting the metal, but they did save the world, so I will let it slide.
So is it illegal for me to use Dave as a shield?
Yes.
Dave stands outside the boundary line. So yeah.
Yeah.
Is it illegal for me to use Ketsuban as a shield?
Ketchbot also stands outside the boundary line.
I think if you use Ketsuban as a shield, he's going to side with Wintor. Alternatively, if you use Ketsuban as a shield, Wintor will not care.
Can Ketsuban be hurt?
Emotionally.
He's probably like the
No, Tim. Don't hurt his sock head.
he's probably like the androids in Detroit Become Human. He doesn't feel pain, but he can still like be damaged.
Honestly, Ketsuban...
he is like a manifestation of computer code.
Honestly, Ketsuban reminds me of one villain from an episode of My Life as a Teenage Robot who's just this giant guy made of electricity and like light bulbs, and he goes around eating the electricity out of an entire city.
Oh, Gigawatt.
Yeah, Ketsuban reminds me of him design-wise.
A little bit. That guy didn't have feet, though.
It was an interesting episode because as a robot, Jenny could not physically touch him because he's just made of electricity.
So she tries a bunch of stuff like installing like plastic components or wearing a rubber suit. None of it works because he just gets around it.
And it's like a modern day version of that time where Mr. Fantastic beat Magneto with a wooden gun.
Just imagine Rhino I just imagine like Rhino getting cut off there and saying she tries a lot of things, like wearing a rubber.
Fun fact, the way he won at that point is by being electric villain. He just magnetized something and he's like, you still have a metal core, you know, and she's like, uh-oh.
And also when she tried to make the giant... They turned their house into a mecha, and he was like, you know, electricity conducts heat, and wood burns.
Sets foot on fire. It's funny because he wasn't even that wordy about it. He pretty much looked at the giant mech, went, clicked his fingers, a little like lighter sound happens, and he just goes, foosh. He was a very, like, just straight to the point villain of beating her, which was nice.
I've been getting pretty basic Pikachu moves this fight so far. I got Spark and Tail Whip.
Could you expand your repertoire a bit?
Meanwhile,
Oh, we're gonna...
Grr.
We might actually beat the Team Rocket base, which is farther than I thought.
He did say the new goal was Giovanni.
yeah. We're not going to keep going. We get the idea at this point.
Yeah, there's no strategy,
also,
it's
there's
just
like
luck.
10 minutes left, but...
No, I mean, like, we're not going to continue it in a later stream, is what I mean. I use Charge. I'm really just using Pikachu moves.
For this last battle, I will be Pikachu.
I'm just Ash right now. I'm gonna beat Onyx with a Pikachu.
What about when Meowth beat Onyx with a fucking bucket?
Haha! Razor Leaf! Rhino, it's you!
I'm suddenly remembering that Ash did get revenge for Misty stealing Togepi because Ash got Phanpy.
And Donphan is way better than Togepi ever was.
Yes, although, if she ever got it to a Togekiss, that would be better.
She got it to Togetic and then got rid of it.
What?
Well, not got rid of it, it left. There's
What?
There's an episode in Hoenn where Misty comes back for a while and still has Togepi. And they're visiting this location that's like a palace or something. And the palace is protected by like some Togepi and Togetic that come from like another world. And Togepi evolves into Togetic. And at the end is like, I want to stay with the other Togetic. Also in that episode, it was shown that Misty has a Gyarados that knows Flamethrower. It was great because, like, this guy has been using a Shedinja the entire, like, episode. And, like, you know, Shedinja, like, can only be hurt by super effective moves. And, like, it's not taking damage. And so, Misty sends out Gyarados, and it's like, go Gyarados! Ha! You really think your Gyarados has a way to defeat my Shedinja? Use Flamethrower! What?
I mean, she does hate bugs.
Yeah, but she also hated Gyarados. There's literally it's like the only water type Pokemon she's scared of, and like
Wait,
she actually,
really?
yeah, there was actually like
Was she like traumatized from that Titanic episode?
not from the Titanic episode, but she was traumatized from an incident as a child where she was like just playing in the ocean and a Gyarados like popped out or something.
I mean, that would be fucking terrifying.
I remember like there's actually, I forget what it's called, but there's like some side episodes that kind of take place between Johto and partially into Kanto that focus on characters outside of Ash and Co. And there's one episode that focuses on Misty as she's like running the Cerulean Gym. And it's
Or they like OVAs or something.
kind of? What's an OVA?
It's essentially like a bonus episode of various series, but they're generally done in like a little bit of a different narrative style than the normal ones.
Oh, here, it's called Pokemon Chronicles.
Ah, okay, so it's like
It's a series comprising, it follows recurring and supporting characters Ash Ketchum met on his journey, like Misty, her sisters, Sakura, Casey, Richie, and Tracy. Ash only makes 3 appearances in the series in brief cameos.
Okay, apparently the incident was she was a toddler and she crawled into a Gyarados' mouth.
Ah, that's what it was. But yeah,
And I'm like, yes, that would also be traumatic.
in the Pokemon Chronicles episode with Misty, she's like, there's a Gyarados that like she is struggling to like train, not because it's hard to train, but because she's so scared of it, and so like she and whatnot, and like, you know, she ends up bonding with it because like one of them has their life in danger and the other one comes to the rescue or something, and then that's how it happens. You guys, Pokemon.
Did she ever get paid back for that bike?
She got a new bike for free. I don't think Ash paid for it, but she got a new bike for free. I like that, like, the entire time throughout Kanto and Johto, Misty is like, you owe me a bike! Blah, 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 blah. And then in Gen 3, like, May's bike gets destroyed, and then Ash is like, oh crap, I am sorry. And May is like, it literally was not your fault. I don't blame you. Team Rocket was there and it was a whole thing.
I believe I actually enjoyed May as a character.
I like Dawn more, but May was good. Basically, like, May was Misty without being a bitch unnecessarily. So she still had,
probably why I liked it.
so she still had, like, you know, she still had like some attitude at times, especially with like fucking Harley, who I hate.
Dawn just never gelled with me. Again, didn't see much, but just like from the bits I did see, I was like, Also, her outfit bothers me, but that's different.
That's just a design thing. And, you know, Japan.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I don't know how the characters are after that because I haven't seen any other stuff.
Oh, really? I thought you saw all of it.
I only saw Gens 1 through 4. I didn't watch Gen 5 onward because they got rid of Brock.
Ah.
I've recently, like, I say recently, a little while ago started rewatching the series, and I've just started Gen 4 at this point. It's how I'm remembering some of this stuff. I still remember this one bit where it's like Ash and the gang. I think it's during Hoenn. Ash and the gang, as well as like Team Rocket, are like not necessarily forcibly recruited into a workout thing, but like they're like, yeah, we'll try it. How hard can it be? So sort of, and then like they're doing push-ups with Pokemon on their back, and I specifically remember like Brock, who I think has Lotad on his back, says, "My spleen hurts and I don't even know what one is." Oh my god, come on, Santana! Literally one more attacking move from Metronome and you win! Okay, you die. Well, actually, it might, because water... Okay. Alright, literally just get an attacking move. That actually might not do it because our health is so low. Alright, try again! Actually, wait! Oh! It kills itself with struggle now because it can't use Metronome!
Nope.
Go Granville! You were the hero! Why did it not take recoil damage?
Because it killed you.
Okay, it'll die now.
Hyper Bee.
I was expecting Rapid Spin. Jesus.
I like that the sprite's like, what's up there, baby? What's down there?
Give me your wallet. Self-scope. Alright!
I forgot you fight Giovanni 3 times in this game.
Yeah. Alright. That was the Metronome run. I think we did all right. Even with speeding up, we got the idea, and we got basically to the halfway point of the game. And now I have to figure out what the next sub-goal thing is going to be. And now, let's take a look at all our metronomes. We have metronome, 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 metronome. We got metronome at some point. Metronome, metronome. Right, that's metronome. Metronome, metronome, metronome.
The Metroist of Gnomes.
Metronome. And...
Metronome.
and Metronome.
Wait a minute. Cut isn't metronome.
What are you talking about? There's no cut here. There's no cut here. There's no cut here. Ah!
The hidden ability, not metronome.
Helix Fossil, what do you say? Metro, this isn't the time to use that. That's what you think, Professor Oak. There is no cut in Metronome Pokemon.
On the bright side, Stardew is ready for testing.
Alright. Yeah, that's going to end off this stream. Tomorrow, the three of us are going to be back with Detroit Become Human.
Where I am no longer in Detroit. Once more, I picked a character that fucked off and left.
And I'm going to be starting the race war.
And I'm going to be...
Yes.
And I'm gonna befriend Hank. I was about to say, and I'm gonna enjoy Hank. Alright. See you next time, everybody. And, I mean, leaving Detroit is generally a good call. Yeah. And remember, everybody, Memento. Memento.
Memento Mori.
Memento.